Well, here we are, episode 125. 125. I like that number. No end in sight. And on this episode, the Wrecking 2 is back together. Mark Smith and Lou Kikio from the Relish Show podcast YouTube channel. We're going to be talking about Thanksgiving. It's not a lot to talk about. Might be a fast show, people. No, we got some stuff. We got some music stories, music news, Thanksgiving music news, some Thanksgiving movies, and the usual on this day. And I think we're going to do the top 10 in 1981 this week. So, yeah. Just sit back, relax, enjoy the Thanksgiving show. And thanks for listening.
The KOFB studio presents Milk Crates and Turntables, a music discussion podcast hosted by Scott McLean. Now, let's talk music. Enjoy the show.
Thank you, Amanda, for that wonderful introduction as usual. And thank you, Lou Kikio, for that intro music. That's a Lou exclusive. Yeah, it's exclusive to Milk Crates and Turntables. And probably, 50 other places, but he tells me it's exclusive, so I have to believe him. We'll see. He hasn't charged me yet, so see where that goes. Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. Welcome to the podcast. You know the name, I'm not going to say it. We're streaming live right now over Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, D Live. Well, I'm getting good at this, and it's not Twitter, it's X. I keep saying that. This week it's a Thanksgiving episode. Thanksgiving in music is a funny thing. It's a funny thing. Yeah. You know what else is a funny thing? Lou Kikio from the Relish podcast show, everything. You know it's not funny? Mark Smith from the Relish podcast.
I'm grumpy.
It's not funny because he's a Jack fan, so he's not funny.
Ooh.
I don't find him funny. I don't find him funny.
He's subtly divisive or divisive, whatever it's called.
Divisive.
I hate
the
Alec
liberals
Clark.
say divisive.
I don't like that. It's divisive.
Here we go
Lou.
again.
Hey, Lou.
Uh-oh. Hey.
Yeah,
Stop it. He's stroking the guitar.
I can't
Are
see
you
what he's doing
plucking?
so clearly.
Are you? This motherfucker. Yeah.
It's rock and roll.
You know, that goes, that's the penalty box right off the bat.
Hey, Scott, the only
That's what
time
that
you'll
is.
hear that song Remembrance played is when you sell the Luther to like a chain. And it'll be like, this Thanksgiving, the Luther. And it'll be like, that music will be playing underneath it.
That's
All right?
the
You have
theme
my,
music
you have
for
my
the
word.
Luther.
All right, we do this together.
All right, let's bring it back. It's Thanksgiving. I don't know.
No
I'm going to
cursing
try not
tonight.
to do this tonight. It's
No cursing. We got to keep a clean mouth for the
Fuck
Thanksgiving.
that. Not at my house, it wasn't.
Do you think Lucy didn't curse to Charlie Brown? Come on.
Oh, good evening, Patty. Patty Yossi just jumped in. Let's
Hey,
get
Patty.
the chat on
Hey,
the
Patty.
board there. There we go, so we can all see it. It'll come up next. So, Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving in music is really not, there's no correlation, right?
Yeah.
It's not funny, like, okay, there's music for Valentine's Day, which is a half-assed holiday. There's music for the 4th of July, which is a real holiday, right?
Yeah.
There's music for Easter, right? There's music for Easter. There's music for St. Patrick's Day. There's music
lot of
for
music.
fucking Columbus Day, right? I mean, there's music for every holiday. No Thanksgiving music. Like, not really.
Not really.
Why is that?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of some classical pieces. Even Alice's Restaurant. I mean, that's a story, but that just happened to become a Thanksgiving tradition. It really wasn't intended to be, I don't think.
Yeah, it's
But yeah,
just,
where's except for some novelty songs.
I don't know. I have a list. They call it the 45 best Thanksgiving songs. We'll see.
A lot of them are about being thankful, but they're not about Thanksgiving. Like "Thank You" from Led Zeppelin is a great song, great loving song about his wife. But
It's
it's not
not
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Only
It's
one
not.
that I found really
I only have food.
Thanksgiving Day by Ray Davies. He has a song called that.
Yeah.
Written by an Englishman. Go figure.
Right.
Yeah, really.
Right.
Okay.
So yeah, let's get right into it. So in front of me, I have on this day in rock and roll history, Thanksgiving of the rock events that happened on Thanksgiving. All right, so we have Thanksgiving 1966, which fell on November 24th. Remember, Thanksgiving used to be the last Thursday of the month.
Was it?
Yes, but because of capitalism and in the name of profit and money, they moved it to the third Thursday of the month, didn't they?
I heard something.
How does that profit? I might have
Has another week to sell Christmas shit.
I might have an enological reference to add to that.
Did you say penological?
I did not say penological, enological.
Oh,
I love it when Luke gets
yeah.
enological. This is going to be great.
Yeah.
Sanguinely enological.
Enology, the study of wine.
Well, please tell us, Mr. Dr. Professor Sanguini.
Well, so every year in France releases the Beaujolais Nouveau. It's the first pressing of the Beaujolais wine. It's a region. They press it, they bottle it. It's like pop. It's like soda. So it's a big deal. So they do it the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. But I think in France, I might be wrong, but they have to do it the third. It can't be released until the third Wednesday. So I think if they wait too long, maybe that little tie in there. Maybe if they wait too long, I said, well, it ties in with the capitalism, like you said. Yeah. Oh.
Thank you, Lou.
I did, all right. I'm going to research that, and next week I'm going to tell you what that was true or false. All right.
Sleep apnea.
He had a Luther. He had a Luther before the show, and he's all fanned out and sleep.
Sleep apnea gets me sometimes. Sorry.
By the way, your brother's not here to tell me to be, to behave. So
you'll see. You'll
so
see.
You're not going.
You'll
to.
see.
You'll see. No, Lou, that was a very good wine reference. Nice try. Yeah, that's right. Talk about wine and drink wine in front of the alcoholic. That's all. Don't worry, guys. You're not affecting my sobriety at all.
Oh.
As a matter of fact, I believe, I always call it the night before Thanksgiving. It's never a specific date, my sobriety. So I think tomorrow night it'll be, 32 years sober.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
32 years sober. I did it night before. Well, maybe it was Thanksgiving was my last.
I was going to say the night before Thanksgiving.
It was Thanksgiving.
Party
That's
night.
what it was. Yeah. Because the next day after Thanksgiving, the Air Force sent me into the rehab.
Oh, really?
Oh, they did. Oh, they did. Hey, listen, it's the best thing ever happened to me. I never looked back. I never drank again.
Was that in the Philippines as well?
No, that was at Mather Air Force Base in Sacramento, California, which no longer exists. But I went from growing up Irish Catholic in Boston, where Thanksgiving night or the day before Thanksgiving, huge party, and then Thanksgiving night actually would turn into, because everybody's done and it's like going out, not sticking around the house.
Yeah,
and we just tear it up a little more, and then I went to the Philippines, which was total fucking insanity, and then I go to this little base in Sacramento, and I was like orca in a fucking swimming pool. Couldn't miss me. It was I was out of control. My reputation was spread fast. Spread fast.
There you go.
Anyway, enough about me. Let's get back to Thanksgiving.
It's all about you. It's always about you, and that's why we come on this show.
Oh shit! Talk about it's all about me.
No, we better get going with the show. We got to entertain.
Nah, Todd, Big Head Todd, the Wet Sprocket's back, everybody. Enough of that. Big Head Todd, the Wet Sprocket's back for his Thanksgiving, whatever. I'm here, entertain me, comments in. I was there with you, and it's he was, that's right. He was there when I started. Yeah. This is cool. Missing you guys. James Alston.
My buddy James.
There you go. Welcome to the show. Yeah, Todd witnessed me in the Philippines. He actually witnessed me from, tech school on, from Law Enforcement Academy to Canine Academy to the, he saw he saw me at my prime. Yeah, and then he saw me stop, which was a beautiful thing. So anyway, let's get into this. Thanksgiving 1966 fell on November 24th. The Beatles go into the studio to devote an entire session to recording John Lennon's gem, Strawberry Fields Forever. It came after John, Paul, George, and Ringo took a break following their decision to stop touring. The song was supposed to be included on the band's next album, which would have become Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Instead, it was released as a single in February 1967, together with Penny Lane. Both tunes were also included on the B-side 1967 singles of Magical Mystery Tour, the soundtrack to the 1967 film of the same name. Yeah. So there you go.
And do you know there's a Thanksgiving type of reference in there?
There is. Is there?
At the end, where people always mistook I buried Paul. It's not. He says cranberry sauce.
Oh my God.
It's true. This is true.
You know what else is true?
What?
The penalty box.
Oh, wait. If he's telling the truth,
that's not true.
That
is not a true story.
You're like VAR in the Premier League. You screw everything up.
Me? You're in the penalty box too. Now they're both in the penalty box. I am not in a giving mood tonight. I am not here to these two. I'm telling you, during the week they planned this. Lou went dark on us.
No! I gotta fill Lou's shoes.
Oh yeah, he's back. There he is. Lou, what are you doing?
I was a protest.
You put me in the penalty box. I put myself in the penalty box.
I put myself in the naughty spot. No, actually, I'm telling you, that's a true story. But that's where the Paul is dead reference was. People thought he said I buried Paul, but he really said cranberry sauce.
A common belief is that John says I buried Paul at the end of Strawberry Fields Forever on the Magical Mystery Tour album. In fact, he actually says cranberry sauce not once but twice. The proof, they have the proof and everything, you know.
Wow,
so Lou was right. Lou, you taught us some.
Look at that.
And you know what happens? I got punished for it.
Well, you know what? Then I put.
Cranberry sauce.
So what is that Below Jabou wine? When does it come out?
Scott. What's that?
That Below Jabou wine. When does it come out?
Beaujolais Nouveau. It came out tomorrow. Tomorrow's Wednesday, the Wednesday before Thanksgiving.
Oh, it'll be in the stores.
I might be totally full of shit about
Lou,
that.
did you just say I bury Scott? I love that. I bury Scott. All right, let's move on. Thanksgiving 1967, November 23rd, fell on November 20th, which is this year, right? It's today. What's today?
20.
Yeah, so it's the 23rd, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. The Jimi Hendrix Experience, Pink Floyd, The Move, The Nice, The Outer Limits, The Erie Apartment, and Amen Corner play their 7th night at the Sophia Gardens Pavilion in Cardiff, Wales, in the UK. The show was part of a 16-date tour. These artists performed together.
Interesting. The band was the Erie Apartment, the Weird Apartment, or the Erie Apartment?
Erie, E-I-R-E, right?
Wow,
Erie.
never heard of them.
Yeah.
Cool name.
Yeah. Well, to have Jimi Hendrix Experience and Pink Floyd on the same card. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Jesus. That probably never happened again. On Thanksgiving 1969, which fell on November 27th, the Rolling Stones played the first of 4 shows at New York City's Madison Square Garden during their 1969 tour, North American tour. Altogether, about 55,000 people saw the Stones over 4 nights. It was the band's first U.S. tour since July 1966, and the inaugural with Mick Taylor, who would replace Brian Jones in June of that year. Shortly thereafter, on July 3rd, 1969, Jones passed away under somewhat mysterious circumstances at the age of that magical rock and roll 27.
Wow.
What was mysterious about it?
He's found him drowned in his pool.
So just like Billy Joel's father.
Yeah.
And
in Captain Jack, right? Right? And they found your dad as in that swimming pool. He won't be swimming anymore.
Just doing the dead man's float.
Yeah. What were you going to say, Mark?
Brian, the coroner said it was death by misadventure, which is kind of strange, you know?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
This is more of a Halloween story.
Was he fully clothed? Or was he in swim trunks? He have a snorkel on. That's very important.
I think we've covered this story a couple of times. I didn't know it happened on Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving 1974 fell on November 28th. John Lennon joins Elton John on stage in a surprise guest appearance at Madison Square Garden. Previously, Lennon promised John, we covered this a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
If whatever gets you through the night goes number one, he'll come on stage, and they come on stage. Only 10 days earlier, John had released a single with the cover version of Lucy, which featured Lennon, Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, which featured Lennon on the guitar and backing vocals under the pseudonym. Do you know what his pseudonym was on that song?
Winston O. Boogie?
Yeah, Dr. Winston O. Boogie.
Dr. Winston O. Boogie. Okay.
The Madison Square Garden performance with Elton John would be Lennon's last concert appearance. Following his death, John wrote a moving tribute song titled Empty Garden. Hey, Hey, Johnny, that didn't go anywhere.
That was a good song. I liked it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
See, even Lou thinks it has a second. It's right. Oh, that's right. Yeah. And that's gone again.
Well, and then there was the late great Johnny Ace, Paul Simon.
Yeah.
They're pretty lame. I think George did the best.
And finally, on Thanksgiving 1976, fell on November 25th. Well, what is the greatest concert movie of all time?
The Last Waltz.
Yes.
Song remains the same. Oh.
Well, some would say that, except for probably Robert Plant and Jimmy Page. I don't think they were big fans of that movie.
No, you're right. They
weren't really big fans. I know Plant wasn't a big fan of it. And a lot of people, there is a good chunk of people that say it's a stupid movie. It makes no sense.
I love it.
I like it.
Even the scenes they filmed 3 years later where they had to get Plant because he was a little heavier from drinking beer from being off tour.
Yeah.
And you could tell all the close-up scenes. There's no sweat. They're not sweating. You know?
Hey, listen, any movie that has a werewolf dressed in a gangster outfit firing a Tommy gun is a great movie.
And a head falling off a torso with colored crayons.
Oh, yeah.
Coming out of the neck.
Oh, yeah.
On the Last Waltz, I heard that most of them, there was a lot of overdubs in the Last Waltz.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I think a lot of concert footage, a lot of concerts.
Yeah.
Well, other than like Deep Purple Made in Japan, which is the greatest concert album ever, if you ask me. I don't care what anybody says. That was pure Deep Purple on that album.
Power on that is unbelievable.
Head and shoulders above the rest of the concert.
Yeah.
Live recordings.
And they didn't tamper with it.
Nothing. They didn't even want to do it. They said we're going to record it. You're going to get what we give you, and that's that. And this sound engineer those two nights,
Martin Birch,
fucking master.
Martin Birch, the producer.
Martin Birch, legendary. It was his first time recording live, from what I hear.
Fucking masterpiece.
He did a great job. Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe that's why, because he was so like, this has to be perfect type thing.
Yeah.
You know, I guess I don't know that world. You guys know that world better than me. But I guess if you get in a zone.
Live recording's a crapshoot. You have to deal with the venue. You have to deal with things breaking down. He lucked out. Nothing broke down. They had complete takes, because that's another big problem. Or a mic cuts out. Who's live at Leeds was an issue. They said, John Entwistle's bass would cut out on a bunch of songs. That's why the original album was only like 45 minutes. Yeah. They were able to fix it later on. But it's if you get a good recording of a live show, you got it. I mean, it's luck too.
The songs that came to mind when I realized that they were actually dubbing, I think it came to realization when Kiss Alive came out, and they'd come out and said, "Oh, that's a lot of studio work on that album." And I was like, "What?" Like, that was never really spoken. It was almost like kayfabe in wrestling, stay in character.
Yeah.
Don't ever give it away. Don't ever give the secrets away.
Yeah.
Don't talk about the secrets. Somehow that came out. The Kiss Alive was a lot of studio dub in there.
And
then I started thinking back, like, okay, Benny and the Jets.
That was
Right.
never meant to be live. That was just, it was known it was canned, I think.
Yeah, I think the audience is a canned audience type thing, right?
Yeah.
And then Aerosmith's Train Kept a Rolling, which fucking one of my favorite songs ever. Their version of that is just off Get Your Wings it's almost untouchable.
Phenomenal. But
Oh
do you
my
know,
God.
like, one thing I never knew is that second part. Where is that recorded? Have you ever heard of where it was recorded?
No.
Yeah, it's strange. And it was only their second album.
Did you ever see, I think I sent you guys, and I've talked about this a few times. There's a movie clip. It's a British movie. And it's this dude is being chased, or he's chasing somebody, and they go into this club, and on stage is, it's Jimmy Page, Jeff Beck. I think it was the Birds, right?
Blow Up.
The Yardbirds.
It's called Blow Up, the movie.
That's right. And they stopped playing Train Kept a Rolling.
Yep. And they told Jeff Beck to wreck his guitar, to act like Hendrix, and he he didn't want to do that.
Yeah, and then he throws the arm into the audience, and this dude somehow ends up with it, and then he runs out. He's being chased down by the crowd because they want that guitar on. He loses them. He goes out into the sidewalk. He's in the middle of a city, right? And there's people walking. It's at night, and he looks at the guitar arm, and he just fucking throws it on the ground and walks away. But that was an insane version of that song. That was great.
And a short-lived insane version of the Yardbirds with Beck and Page together.
Yeah. So Last Waltz on November 25th, 1976, Thanksgiving Day, Thanksgiving night. The Last Waltz, the final concert of the band, as everybody knows, is held at Winterland Ballroom in San Francisco. The epic show featured more than a dozen high-caliber special guests, including Bob Dylan, Neil Young, Ringo Starr, Joni Mitchell, Van Morrison, Ronnie Wood, and Eric Clapton, among others. Martin Scorsese, we know, made the movie. Robbie Robson, they turned it into a documentary, released in 1978. The film has been hailed by many critics as one of the best rock concerts ever. Sure, right? Can't argue with that.
Yeah, definitely.
Every music fan has at least seen it once.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like I wasn't a big fan of the band. I didn't dislike them.
Mm-hmm.
I just, I liked them, but I didn't love them. I didn't follow them. And I saw the movie, and it's almost like a rite of passage.
Yeah.
I think
see
so.
that movie.
That's the movie. I kind of knew the music, but when I saw the movie, and it was on Thanksgiving, they played it on public television. I saw it in the early 80s. I'm like, oh, that's the band that sang that. The Weight, The Night They Dribbled Dixie Down. The things you heard on the radio.
Yeah.
Lou,
you said that concert was 4 hours, right?
It was some 3 or 4 hours. But you got a full dinner with it. So beforehand, you got there's a turkey dinner with all this stuff.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
If you look in the beginning of the movie, you see the tables. You see how they laid it out. They had that music playing. The what is that? Like
it was from La Traviata.
Yeah, and you'll see if you look close, you'll see everyone sitting down, they're eating, and you could dance. They were offering.
Yeah, they were actually ballroom dancers, so they had a whole banquet thing set out.
Wow.
It was a full turkey dinner, but Dylan didn't eat meat, so Dylan had a friend from the old days had a
pussy.
He had a salmon hatchery, so there was all salmon brought in from like Alaska.
Dylan's such a pussy.
No, I disagree.
I don't eat
Leave him
turkey.
I don't eat Robert alone.
beef.
No.
Leave Mr. Zimmerman alone.
Interestingly, Levon Helm, the band's drummer, in his 1993 autobiography, claimed that Scorsese and Robertson, the film's producer, right, essentially portrayed the band as Robertson's sidemen. They did kind of make him look like.
I think Lou can comment on this pretty good.
It was in the editing. They edited it to look like Robertson was directing the whole band.
Yeah.
With the neck shots and stuff like that. He was like, so they really focused heavily on Robbie.
They were good.
He thought he was gonna be a movie star, but he didn't.
He tried. Was he in a Western or something?
No, he did a movie with Gary Busey and Jodie Foster called Carney.
That's what it was.
It wasn't bad. It was Busey's hysterical.
No, he's fucking insane.
He plays a clown, but he's got nothing on you, my friend.
Not many do, buddy. Not many do.
Wait.
So, yeah. You said he comes out once a year, Ebola?
Once a year.
Okay.
No,
so the origins.
Ebola. Scott's not Ebola.
But I know Ebola, right?
Yes.
The origins of Ebola the clown, and this isn't Thanksgiving, but the origin is so when I was working for U.S. Customs and Border Protection, remember the Ebola breakout like 2018 or something like that, right?
Get the shit out of everybody.
Yeah. They wanted to, more of those. It's like the pandemic, they wanted to scare everybody in the country and, be ready. And so we got this briefing because we deal with people coming in and out of the countries. We deal with containers, shipping, container ships and airplanes and everything coming in and out. And they gave us this whole warning about Ebola. Like don't have sex with monkeys. Like was really one of the things they told us. Like they went into all this crazy shit. And I was like, the fuck? What, are you guys serious? Is this the U.S. government? What?
Like, there might be some coworkers that I don't know.
Maybe somebody got.
If
caught
they're
somewhere,
doing that, that wouldn't have stopped them. So that was the birth. That was the origins of Ebola the clown.
It just popped into your head.
Just created this character, and it just went a little demented as it went along, and just kind of run with it. Todd Sockman says, I was at your house Thanksgiving 1995. Yep. Put on an amazing spread. Yes, he was. He came down. He was in Colorado Springs, I believe. He was stationed there, and I was stationed in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and he came down. And it actually snowed that night, I believe, or the night before. And
wow.
I had a bunch of guys from the dorm come over. I always had people at my house. Everybody needs to be somewhere on Thanksgiving. I always say that. Yeah, man. And if I could help some guys out, and my first wife, God rest her soul, she had no problem putting out all the food. I think she threw some Filipino food in there too, and it was a good time. It was a good time. And I think Todd came to my house, and I think it was when we were together in Sacramento too. I think he came over for one of my family, my wife and my kids' first Thanksgiving in the United States. Yeah.
Did you entertain him?
Did I entertain him? I was always entertaining.
I'm sure you were.
He would just sit back and watch. So that's it for that, right? That's really an event. I mean, there was certain things. There's some pretty cool stuff that happened on Thanksgivings. But for the most part, even rock and roll takes the day off, right?
Yeah.
Then we get into, let's see, what do I have here? Get rid of that. Let's get into our favorite classic rock Thanksgiving stories. These ought to be interesting. I haven't really looked at them. So let's see. We have the infamous Paul Simon dressed as a turkey on Saturday Night Live. If that isn't one of the most classic things that's ever been on TV, a classic TV moment.
Yeah.
November 20th, 1976, Paul Simon opened up Saturday Night Live by singing his then recent hit, Still Crazy After All These Years, in perhaps the most memorable outfit of his career, a turkey suit. But after the first verse, he brought the song to an abrupt end and explained his side of the story. Quote, right. When the turkey concept was first brought up, I said, there's a very good chance I'm going to end up looking stupid if I come out wearing it. Simon then walks off stage, confronts producer Lorne Michaels about the stunt, but winds up with a different problem. I guess it kind of went on from there. They filmed that too. They filmed him walking up to Lorne Michaels and complaining in the turkey suit. He's trying to argue. How do you argue with somebody? How do you take somebody serious that's wearing a turkey suit?
Take yourself seriously either.
Exactly. We have the band's Last Waltz that we just talked about. We don't have to go over that. Kiss in their horrible Thanksgiving parade. When Kiss appeared at the 2014 Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade in their hometown in New York City, the intended spectacle did not go according to plan. Right? Situated on a last-minute, much smaller than expected float, the band members did their best to make the most of the makeshift circumstances, miming Rock and Roll All Night on a cold and rainy day.
I remember that now.
I do too. We look like the shittiest thing on Macy's Day Parade. Manager Doc McGee later said that was a horrible time. And there's a picture of them on this fucking float. It's being pulled by like a GMC fucking like, I don't know, Blaze or whatever they got. And it's this kind of generic float. You got to look it up. I don't think they have instruments. Well, they
Oh,
do.
okay.
It looks like, but
They're not plugged in. They're just
nothing. It's not the. They must have the fucking cassette or the CD playing from the truck.
yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, man.
Yikes!
What year was that?
2014.
Ew, that was
Yeah,
okay.
miming it. They were.
Oh,
Oh
man.
boy.
Now, what was the drummer have a drum kit there? Or was he like?
Yeah, he did have a drum kit. Yeah,
There was a drum kit on this thing, so
Yeah.
it was almost like a full band setup.
Yeah, it
I
was
think so. Yeah,
it was
yeah.
the fake Peter Criss and the fake Ace Frehley in the band at the time.
That's what it looks like. Yeah.
When they doctored up their live CD, was it them actually doing the doctoring? Or was it other
Well,
musicians?
that's another thing is they're known for on a lot of their albums having like Anton Fig played
Yeah.
on a couple songs. So on some
Bob
live
Ezrin?
too, I'll bet you they didn't even have Ace Frehley playing some of those solos. It could have been
Wondering.
anybody, and they didn't
Yeah.
credit people. They'd say you can do it, but we're not going to give you credit.
Yeah.
Kind of shitty, you know.
Let's see. Then we have Maybe. No, it's not Maybe. This is the absolute, hands down, stone cold lock, greatest Thanksgiving episode of any TV show ever made in the history of TV.
Baby, have you been thinking about me?
The fucking the turkey episode, the Thanksgiving episode on WKRP in Cincinnati. Absolute fucking chaos. Bust a gut laughing when you first saw it. I don't know how people could watch the rest of the show.
It was brilliant.
It was absolutely brilliant. That's the best way. It was fucking comedy, not gold, comedy platinum.
It really was.
Oh my God. The
Yeah,
writers were fucking talking about being in a zone, putting
they were
that one
slapping.
together.
They were slapping each other in the back.
Oh my Lord. And these actors pulled it off.
Yeah.
Just absolute. They should have won an Emmy just for that episode.
Really? Maybe they did. You never. Do you remember some of the lines, Les Nessman's lines?
Oh, the
As
humanity.
God is my witness, I thought turkeys can fly.
They're hitting the ground like bags of wet cement.
He was channeling the Hindenburg.
Oh,
He was only humanity.
Humanity.
With more
as
news
God
than
is
Les
my
Nessman.
witness, I thought turkeys could fly.
What year was
That was Mr. Carlson was the one that said that. He's the one that said that. Mr. Carlson is the one that said
That's
that.
right. That's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Gordon
Because
Jeffs-
they're all looking at him in the studio like, what the
Yep.
fuck did you
The
just
fuck?
do? Like throwing him turkeys from a helicopter. We're giving away turkeys and they're live turkeys.
and they're exploding when they hit the ground.
Oh my God.
like bags
Oh.
of wet
It's-
cement. Couldn't do that now, could you?
No. He planned the promotional event. And live turkeys get dropped from a helicopter. I said, amazingly, it was based on a real life stunt.
No kidding.
I guess that I just learned this.
Oh,
I guess
boy.
that really happened.
There's stupid people out there.
Got to research that one.
Going through the windshields of cars. Just-
Oh my Lord. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can get some of the.
I was harassed by a turkey recently.
Oh, they don't mess around.
No, they're mean and they're stupid.
They hang out in the hospital parking lot where I work, and the males will go after women, and they go after them.
They're territorial. I made a delivery and one was menacing me outside my work van. I couldn't get out of the.
They're little dinosaurs. I mean,
These things were huge.
Yeah.
So that rates as number 65 in the 100 greatest episodes of all time.
Wow.
Right.
65.
Yeah, it's a good thing too, according to the show's creator, producer, and head writer Hugh Wilson. Quote: I didn't initially have a great ratings bump. It didn't initially have a great ratings bump, but it got a lot of talk inside the business. So it was like a booster shot. Let me see.
I got some background for you.
Go ahead. Yeah.
How many
WKRP
turkeys died?
direct creator Hugh Wilson, who adapted Carlson's character from Jerry Blum, a general manager of station, gave a recap. The episode was inspired by a similar live turkey giveaway promotion by Blum, who tossed turkeys out of a pickup truck at a Dallas shopping center parking lot. So Carlson was based on the entire show was based on this guy that did the turkey thing. So the turkey was the crowning achievement of the whole show.
Yeah, I threw him from an 18-wheeler I have right here. But
Well,
Wilson
that's not so
maintained
bad.
Blum told him it was a helicopter. In the episode, Les Nessman offered live on-the-scene accounts in a manner purposely reminiscent of the Hindenburg disaster.
Yeah.
It says, quote, the opportunity to see Les Nessman recount the falling of the turkeys in the style of the Hindenburg was just tears to your eyes. Oh, recall Tim Reed, who played Venus Flytrap. Right? Quote, I mean, who takes on the Hindenburg and does comedy? It takes one of the great tragedies in this country and puts it in a comedy show. We went there, he said. Nessman explained on scene, quote, oh, the humanity. The director called back to the Hindenburg disaster, then later noted, I really don't know how to describe it. It was like the turkeys mounted a counterattack. It was almost as if they were organized. They said the turkeys are revolting. Oh, man. All right. We could go on with just that episode, but let's get back to business. Where are we here? So we did that. All right, here we go. The story behind Arlo Guthrie's Alice's Restaurant. Do you guys have any type
It
of background on
involved
that?
a youthful indiscretion of Arlo Guthrie where he did get arrested, right? That was based on his when he was a teenager, I think. Part of it, I think, was dumping garbage or something.
Yeah, dumping garbage.
And
Yeah, it
really
says
happened.
Arlo Guthrie was just 18 years old in 65 when he rolled into Great Barrington, Mass. to celebrate Thanksgiving with his friends, Alice and Ray Brock, who lived in an old church. Guthrie and his friend spent the day helping to clear debris from Brock's home, but it led to their arrest for littering, and then the bus turned out to be crucial in getting Guthrie out of the military service. The good deed gone wrong inspired Guthrie's 18-minute career, launching Alice's Restaurant. You remember the original name of it? Do you know the full name of it?
Yeah.
Alice's Restaurant Massacre.
Massacre, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. We have, let's try this, leftover albums. All right, while the meal is the highlight of Thanksgiving, raiding the fridge and making the Luther and the days that follow has its own joy. Similarly, sometimes musicians will dig into their archives for their own leftover albums. Many of our favorite artists, including the Stones, Zeppelin, Petty, Floyd, have fashioned compelling releases out of songs originally deemed not suitable, so they're leftovers.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's go to
Do the Stones first.
top 10. Let's do the top 10 leftover albums. Number 10 leftover albums would be Pink Floyd, The Endless River in 2014.
Mm-hmm.
A collection of unused recordings from 1994's The Division Bell.
Yeah.
Years after Wright died from cancer in 2008, they became a foundation for one of the last Floyd albums. The last Floyd album. The results are very much a tribute to Wright. Let's see. Number 9, Tom Petty, She's the One in 1996. It was leftovers from Wildflowers.
And they were used for a movie. She's the One.
Oh, okay.
Ed Burns movie, yeah.
All right. You would think that would be the
Bruce Springsteen.
The World Party song, She's the One.
Oh,
Also
yeah.
done by Robbie.
Or like Lou said, Bruce Springsteen.
From Born to Run.
Ah, okay.
She's the one.
Yep.
Let's see. The Clash, Super Black Market Clash. Super Black Market in 1993. That was the leftovers. Let's see. Only been available as an import. I'm not going to chase that down. Led Zeppelin Coda in 1982 is a leftover album.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Any
I like
info
that.
on that?
It goes all the way back to the beginning, but they used a song that was recorded live and tried to claim it was studio. I Can't Quit You, Baby, which I don't know why they did that. They were always bullshitting the fans in some way. Led Zeppelin through their career.
Yeah.
Good album though. That first song, We're Gonna Groove, that's a heavy song.
It says it's not the most cohesive record, but who could complain about scraps when they include Works like Walter's Walk, The Midnight Cool of I Can't Quit You Baby, and the acoustic shuffle of Poor Tom.
That's a great song. And there's a song called Wearing and Tearing.
Wearing and Tearing, yeah.
It's heavy, and it's from the sessions for Into the Outdoor, which is not a very heavy album. I was surprised. Like, they should have put it on that album.
Yeah.
Were there any singles released from that album, Coda?
I don't think so. No.
Nothing made it to the radio in that kind of a big way.
Well, WPLJ in New York played a lot of it. I used to hear it on the radio, but it wasn't like no big hit singles were off it.
Another leftover album was Nirvana Incesticide in 1992. I don't even know about that song. I mean, that album.
Me neither.
Despite featuring the work of 4 drummers, the material on Incesticide is remarkably cohesive, even when the content is as disparate as a Devo cover. Turnaround. And the Soundgarden like Arrow Zeppelin. Yeah. Let me see. Number 5, The Promise, Bruce Springsteen. Leftover album.
Yep. A lot of people said that material was equal. What album, Lou, was that from? That was from Darkness on the Edge of Town, right?
No, I think it was after.
No, I mean, it was music from those sessions.
The Promise was, I think it was something later, I think.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure.
All right.
There was some that recorded. So you have, let me see.
Things like Rendezvous on that. Yeah.
Box set from 1998
It might be from
compiled
the River.
25 years of unreleased songs, B-sides, and demos, while 2014's High Hopes brought together an assortment of material that failed to make Bruce Springsteen's albums in the 2000s. But The Promise feels like a lost Springsteen epic. All of the songs were written and recorded for 78's Darkness on the Edge of Town, but were left on the cutting room floor if they didn't suit Bruce's stock vision of the desperate characters that populated the album. So the puzzle pieces that didn't quite fit were either handed off to other artists because the night to Patti Smith, Fire to Rupert Gordon and the Pointer Sisters, or languished in the vaults. That is until The Promise rounded all of them up, gave the fans an alternative vision of Springsteen circa 1978. And then it has one that includes the Buddy Holly-like Outside Looking In, the restless R&B of Talk to Me, and the heartbreaking title track, a sad, sweeping sequel to Thunder Road. I didn't know that was a single sequel to Thunder Road.
No.
Probably one of the most famous leftover albums, Rolling Stones' Tattoo You.
Yeah.
Talk about great back-to-back albums.
Yeah.
You know, Some Girls and Tattoo You. I mean, Jesus Christ.
When
it doesn't sound like an afterthought, though. Tattoo You.
Dave Phillips says, what are you doing on Tuesday? Well, tomorrow night is cooking night for me, getting shit ready for Thanksgiving. Dave Phillips, king of the 45s. And I don't want to bother these guys on the eve of Thanksgiving. And well, we're not doing it on Thursday, Dave Phillips, king of the 45s. And we don't do it on Friday, so that's your answer. Leave me alone. Happy fucking Thanksgiving. Jesus Christ, my fans do nothing but complain.
Well,
Marie Martin, how you doing? She's a music girl.
When fans complain, look at it as they really follow you and what you say is important to them. And Dave's your friend. Come on.
No. Dave Phillips, king of the 45s, is just being pompous tonight because he's the king of 45s. He's feeling very pompous and self-righteous and music-y. Music-y. Is that a word?
Yeah.
It is now.
It is now. We make
Music-y.
words on this show.
Yeah.
No, Tattoo You goes all the way back to the Exile on Main Street session. So Waiting on a Friend is from 73, and Mick Taylor is on it, but he never, they don't credit.
Well,
and
also, Goat's Head Soup goes back to Goat's Head Soup too.
That's maybe what Waiting on a Friend. So when I heard that, because it sounds very, it flows very good. It sounds like, and I was shocked. Actually, Lou, Tom Griffin told me about that being all outtakes. I didn't know that. He's the one who told me.
So that's all the songs are all older. Are they re-recordings? Yeah. Are they original tracks on that all from 73?
Some use basic tracks. Some they re-recorded little things. They basically told
these Mick Taylor.
Was it Jimmy Miller? They told they all said, look, we need a new album. Get the tapes together. And he went to work and he assembled all. It sounds very cohesive. The sound from song to song. And I like how side A is more rock and side B is like ballads. I really like that setup.
Yeah. So it says, let's see. Let me get into this a little bit. Associate producer Chris Kimsey dug into the vaults, found outtakes and half-finished tracks to constitute an album. Stop Me Up began life as a reggae-ish number in 1975 before getting rocked up in the Some Girls sessions. While Waiting on a Friend dates from the Goat's Head Soup era, and features Mick Taylor and not Ronnie Wood on guitar. Mick Jagger wrote some new lyrics, recorded new vocals in 1980 and 81, with jazz legend Sonny Rollins also added the sax parts to Waiting and Slave. Slave is my favorite song on that album.
Yeah, it's a good song.
I fucking love that song. Presto, New Stones album, and a darn good one is right.
One of their biggest. Yeah.
So let's see. Marie Martin says, I'm just glad y'all alive this week. I'm not working, so the night is no bad. There you go. Good. Enjoy the banter.
Are we doing the 5-hour marathon Thanksgiving show?
Yeah, we're going to be as long as the parade. Longer. I think longer than the parade usually.
Lou, do you know what I'd be talking like at the end of a 5-hour show?
I just fucking drunk. Give me some more yellow jacket wine. Whatever.
You all pick on me. I never should have told you what I
Give me some yellow hoof wine.
Milkshakes and turn crates.
Yeah, Milk tables and turn crates. Yeah. Did you just steal my bit?
I was doing like at the end of the night when
you didn't have sleep apnea though. You got to do it like that.
Would you like to hear another enological story? I don't have any.
Well, it sounds like Marie Martin. She says that's what I was thinking, and then it's 3 wine glasses.
Hey,
emojis.
All right, Marie.
This is for Marie.
Cheers. There you go. I don't know about this one. Number 3, the Beatles. Let's see. Dave Phillips, King of the 45s. The Happy Thanksgiving, boys. Always enjoy this. And we enjoy you, Dave.
Yeah,
Phillips, King of the 45s. We do. The Beatles passed masters in 1988. So is this?
Nah, it's like a lot of singles.
Yeah, right.
We were talking about that on our show, Lou. Remember the past masters? There was a black one and a white one.
See, Lou said it earlier. I'm sorry, Mark, to interrupt you. But
What?
Lou said it earlier. My brother, Colin McLean, just popped in. Oh, Lou decided to show up. We are so lucky. And Smitty is definitely getting shit-faced, he says.
I'm not even buzzed.
Look at Jesus. Associate producer, Colin McLean. Associate producer.
I thought you said executive producer last
No,
week.
that's me. That's me.
Oh, okay.
It's all about me.
Yeah, but associate producer ain't no slouch either.
Well, he is.
I'm staying out of this one.
Oh, I got corrected, by the way. And my friend Wild Bill Green, who has a great YouTube channel, he does nature videos like him out in the woods. And he actually responded that was one of the funniest things he ever heard when I told the story about my brother falling down and I was playing basketball. I knock him over and his leg falls off. So my brother corrected me. I didn't kick his leg out of the way. I took his leg and I threw it across the floor.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that's a lot better.
Yeah. He says, you threw my leg across I picked it up and I just slid it, like threw it across the floor. Then I picked the ball up and did a layup for the point. Yeah.
But everybody still stopped and watched.
Oh, did they ever? They were like that. I was like fucking total supervillain at that point. So the Beatles passed masters.
I don't look at it that. Yeah, I look at it as just all their singles. It was early in the CD era, so there wasn't.
I guess it's a leftover, but
they got you know my name. Look at my numbers on there and stuff like that. You know.
Yeah, you got. Let me see.
You know my name.
But that after left a career spanning assortment of tunes that never found their way into the Fab Four's UK albums, and so this material is released on 2 volumes called Past Masters. To call these songs leftovers doesn't do them justice. Just look at the 5 tracks on volume 2. Day Tripper, We Can Work It Out, Paperback Writer, Rain, and Lady Madonna.
Yeah, they're like B-sides. They weren't, or singles. Yeah.
Yeah.
Were these things George Martin supervised?
Yeah, but they were CD only. It was part of the CD era. So if it wasn't vinyl, I don't count it as a one of those things. Yeah.
Here you go, Mark. I guess Lou. Bob Dylan Bootleg Series Volumes 1 through 3 came out in 1991.
He's got like 15 of them now he's up to.
Yeah.
And I love, don't you love how now bands have gotten wise? They're releasing these concerts. A lot of bands are doing it. And they get the money, but the fans are getting good quality. They're not getting the shit bootlegs, you know. Pearl Jam, famously, they released every show from one of their tours on CD. And they were in Tower Records. But the idea of that was, it was just cheap packaging, nothing, no frills, but you weren't paying a bootlegger for shit quality.
Yeah.
You were getting the soundboard. So I like that they all do that.
What does my brother say? Todd Talkman and my brother just being disruptors tonight.
It's okay.
Todd says, and then I had them peel a dozen hard-boiled eggs after he went and got his leg from the basketball court.
Is this Cool Hand Luke?
They threw marshmallows.
And my brother Colin says, executive producer and alpha fucking dog. Yeah, whatever. Keyboard tough guy. There he is. Just another tough guy behind the keyboards.
The keyboard warrior.
I will fucking take your leg off again and throw it.
Ooh.
So don't. I will do it again. We will have a repeat of 1992. Yes.
Thanksgiving.
We're not too old for that.
You never told to fight with your brothers on Thanksgiving.
He'll punch me in the face, though. He'll get a good punch in. He's fast. I'll tell him that. He's a lefty, too. You got to watch those lefties.
Good man.
Well, will your pinky end up
Never see it coming.
dislocated again?
No, his pinky. That was my ring finger. My middle finger on my left hand. It was my middle finger on my left hand.
I thought it was your pinky.
Oh, no. What the fuck? He's watching Oppenheimer. I don't care what you're watching. I don't care what you're watching.
While watching his brother's podcast, he's watching.
Oh, here we go. This is fucking nice. We'll watch it during 3 hours. Make it good. Hang in there, Smitty, my favorite. What the fuck?
Thank you, Colin. From the associate producer, that really.
Really?
All right, can we get on with the show without these
Praise
two interrupting us? Jesus. The Who, Odds and Sods in 1974.
Yep.
Let me see. The granddaddy of leftover albums was assembled in 1974 by Who bassist John Entwistle while Townsend was working on the Tommy movie to try to thwart the bootleg market. Although Townsend often disagreed in liner notes, the songs featured in the collection rank with some of the Who's best. Highlights include Entwistle's Rye horn-based postcard, Townsend's poppy anti-smoking jingle, Little Billy, the Tommy precursor, Glow Girl, the snarky, rollicking tribute, Long Live Rock, it's a big one, and the studio version of the unfortunately unheralded Naked Eye, which was a live highlight in the early 70s. When reissued on CD in 1998, they expanded it to 23 tracks with the blustery Motown cover, Leaving Here, the boogie-woogie version of Water, and a quirky Quadrophenia leftover, We Close Tonight, as the standout. So there you go.
Leaving Here is a great song.
Yeah.
I just never liked the cover where they're in the football jerseys. I didn't understand that one. They get the helmets on.
They get the helmets on, yeah, and it just says B-O-C-K, R-O-C-K, one on each helmet. But yeah, it doesn't make much because that's an American game.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they thought football helmets were cool. You know?
I think it's just, you never can guess why the Who do what they do.
Yeah, exactly. So what do you guys got? Nothing. I got a Thrown Together
album.
What's that?
A Leftovers album. I mean, technically, isn't Physical Graffiti is really a Leftovers album, half maybe. Those songs go back to the third album. Right, so a lot of them, so you have the song "Houses of Holy," which was never on the Houses of Holy album, but there's a few that go back to Led Zeppelin 3, the Pinball album. So yeah, that I would consider a great Leftovers.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Lou, you got anything?
Albums? No.
All right. What do you got for Thanksgiving content, Lou?
As far as food,
anything. What do you got? What do you got for?
I'm going Southern. Have you heard of Southern culture on the Skids? Kind of Southern. Not like the B-52s. They had a song called Banana Pudding. It's kind of a Southern Thanksgiving dessert thing.
Banana pudding is good. Any pudding is good.
Pudding. Yeah. Yes.
Any pudding. I love rice pudding.
Rice pudding's good.
Oh yeah.
My grandfather, I don't know how he did
Bread
it. He
pudding.
was Irish. I don't know. He made some fucking great homemade rice pudding.
My
Oh, my
Irish
Lord.
grandmother made great rice pudding too.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what that is. Yeah.
Is that a thing?
Rice pudding is good. I don't
Oh, I know,
if
but
it's an Irish
is that
thing.
an Irish thing?
Oh,
Not that I know.
so.
How
Well,
about,
I might have to look
what
it
about
up.
bread pudding?
Well, I make it. That's my favorite. Me and my wife, the
stuff.
beautiful Dr. Vera, we'll go to a fucking restaurant just because it has bread pudding for dessert.
Nice.
We're like literal bread pudding junkies.
Nice.
And I make a pretty good one, man.
Cool.
Yeah.
My stepmother was English, and her mother would come over and visit, and I was first exposed to bread pudding. I'm like,
So
fucking good.
Thanksgiving story. So every Thanksgiving, my father would come and pick us up. My parents were divorced. They got along, but my father would pick us up and take us to my grandparents' house, his parents. And my grandfather, Grandpa McLean, would cook. Amazing cook. Fucking amazing, right? Never wrote anything down. Great stuffing, great turkey, great mashed potatoes, all of it, right? And so he made bread pudding for dessert. So we're out in the living room, and this is in Roxbury, Massachusetts. My father tells my brother Colin, go get me some bread pudding. We're watching football. My brother reluctantly, of course, as a kid, gets up and fucking goes in the kitchen. And I put milk. We put milk in the bread pudding, right? So if you get a bowl of it, you put maybe a half a cup of milk in with it.
Yeah.
And so my brother comes back and hands my father the bread pudding, and my father takes a big spoonful of it, and he goes, "Ah! Ah! It's stuffing." Son of a bitch!
Oh,
It's
boy.
stuffing with milk.
Little nerve-wracking time in the McLean household.
Oh, we never forgot that. My brother Colin, whether he did it on purpose, he never admitted it. It might have been one of those fuck you moments. I'm not your fucking slave. I'm just your 12-year-old son.
Boy, I could see my son doing that to me.
Oh, it was fucking hilarious. My father was gagging. Oh, it was fucking
He's
hilarious.
expecting some sweet. It's just a total different flavor.
Couldn't even be
Thing
mad
happened.
because we were all fucking on the floor laughing. It's stuffing. Oh, man.
Did
Yeah.
anybody get punished over that one?
No, my father wasn't a punisher. He only picked us up on Sundays, so he really didn't have any say. Like, he didn't call my mom and say he needs to be punished. My mom would be like, "Oh, the fuck out of here! You don't live here. You don't live here." So we're talking food. Okay, what do you got, Mark? You got any food?
Yeah. I was playing it tonight before the show. Where is it? Pass the Peas by the JBs, which was James Brown's.
Oh
backing
yeah,
band.
yep. That's right. Then there's the Warrant cherry pie,
Yes.
right?
Make a grown man cry.
Yeah. Lou?
Apple Peaches Pumpkin Pie by Jay and the Techniques.
That's a good song. I was
Apple
listening
peaches
to it.
pumpkin pie. Yeah.
You were young and so was I. This is
Yeah.
pumpkin pie.
Let's see. Mark?
I got two because it was a song and its sequel. Mashed Potato Time by Dee Dee Sharp.
Yes.
And then she released Gravy for My Mashed Potatoes after that. Is that like kind of an innuendo type title on that?
I don't know.
I guess it is now.
Let's see. I don't like that list. This list is horrible. Let me see. I got if I open the gallery, let's see what we got here. I don't know. Go on, Lou, do it.
Cold
for some
Turkey.
reason-
Cold Turkey, John Lennon.
Okay.
Cold Luther.
But isn't cold turkey, isn't that an alcohol?
Oh, that's Wild
Drugs?
Turkey. Wild Turkey is.
Oh,
Jesus.
okay. It's been a while.
Cold Turkey.
Cold
was
turkey is
John-
when you quit smoking.
John,
okay.
John was withdrawing
Okay.
from heroin. So
Yeah.
I withdrew from cigarettes cold turkey.
And it makes a hell of a sandwich.
Songs about So
come
I'm
on.
looking online for
All right,
songs about music, and all they
I'm going to
give
help
me.
you. I'm going to help you.
What's
One
that?
of your favorites is James Brown. He's got a song that we could use. I got it in my list.
What is it?
Do the mashed potato.
The mashed potato.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with mashed potato time. From mashed potato, right? The Dee Dee Sharp version.
Yeah. There's two different songs. They're totally
Right.
different.
Now, Mark, you're a little young for this one. Scott, you remember Soupy Sales?
I do.
Okay. Do you remember one of his songs? Like he had some musical things. You remember this one? Pachalafaka. They whisper it all over Turkey. Pachalafaka. It's it was just weird. My father used to sing it. I remember singing on his show.
I don't know. I don't remember that.
It might ring a bell if you heard the melody. I was probably singing it wrong.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Pachalafaka.
Vince Gill, Bread and Water. That's what I came up with.
That's Thanksgiving in prison.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. On the B-52's Cake.
Sock.
Right.
There you
go. Okay.
All right. Mark.
Stuffy from Thelonious Monk. If you don't know Thelonious Monk, he's a jazz guy.
Yeah.
Jack probably likes Thelonious Monk.
Lou?
Red wine. Neil Diamond, UB40.
Yeah.
Because wine is the biggest, Thanksgiving is the biggest wine purchasing, drinking holiday of the year.
Yep. Dave Phillips, King of the 45s, Cheeseburgers in Paradise. Yeah. That's
for that for Thanksgiving.
Well, for some people it is.
I guess so.
Unfortunately, some people it is.
By virtue of that, then Southern Culture on the Skids has a song called 8-Piece Box of Fried Chicken. That's a good song. They're a good band, actually. They're almost like they're a party band.
Is that from Mr. Bojangles' Chicken?
Mr. Bojangles. Bojangles has good chicken.
Let's see. Well, Led Zeppelin, Custard Pie.
Oh.
It's a pie.
Oh, good one.
It's a pie.
Give me a piece of your custard pie.
Yeah. Mark?
Stretchy Pants from Carrie Underwood.
Oh, Jesus.
And she talked about wearing stretchy pants on Thanksgiving. Yeah,
is that for the day after? That's funny.
How come they don't make those for men? Fuckers.
Oh, Jesus. You just gave me an mental image.
That's why we have sweatpants.
All right, Lou, what do you
got? Biscuits by Casey Musgraves.
Yeah, okay.
I like the butter. Anyway.
I got one from the cast of Oliver. Food, glorious food.
Oh, wow.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. I know things.
You know
I know stuff. I'm smart. Mark?
You know what? I'm out of food songs. I had other Thanksgiving theme songs, but that's it for me.
How about green onions?
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah. Right?
How about the band Humble Pie?
Yeah.
That's a band, though. You're out of the box. You're out of the box. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see.
Hambone.
I Love Rocky Road by Weird Al Yankovic.
I like Hambone.
Scott doesn't know about Hambone.
No, I don't.
He was my first bogeyman. Charles Manson was my second. Did you get the Sandy Becker and the Sonny Fox shows up in Boston? Children's shows like almost like Wonderama.
No.
Oh, okay. Well, he had a character called Hambone. He took an old song like a Bo Diddley beat, made this terrifying character that scared children.
Oh, okay.
Hambone,
I got Jambalaya on the Bayou by the Carpenters.
What about Jambalaya by Hank
They
Williams?
did Jambalaya? Wow.
They did Jambalaya. Yeah, they did a version of it. Yeah. The Smashing Pumpkins, one of my favorite condiments. It's related to it's a very key ingredient in the Luther.
So
very key is by the Smashing Pumpkins, mayonnaise. Yeah. Extra mayo on each slice of bread. Has to be extra, not this fucking pussy ass, just kind of skim it across the top. No, you got to put a glop on there. It has to have some thickness to it.
Is there two pieces of bread or three? Is there one in the middle?
No,
it's just two pieces. It's just one on top, one on bottom.
Yep, that's it.
What time are you doing the Luther on Friday?
I do it around noon.
Okay.
The day
I
after.
tell my son he's got to watch.
Oh, I'm going to be doing it live. Now, supposedly, I'm eating 2 again this year. plus a piece of pumpkin pie afterwards, all washed down with eggnog.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Well, I love to entertain my people, so tune in.
Yeah,
It'll be live.
I'll be at work, but it'll be my lunchtime. I'll be watching it.
Well, I'll put it on my thing. I'll put it on the Milk Crates and Turntables YouTube channel. I don't care.
I'll be telling everyone, come here, guys, watch this. This is great. Watch.
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh yeah, and it's like they're just watching me eat a sandwich. I can't fast forward it. So there's a thing that goes into this. Like it's in the back of my head. I'm like, okay, you're eating a sandwich. How do you entertain? Like it can't just be me eating. Like it has to be more to it. So I always kind of I don't really talk when I do it.
No,
either.
but you had the first time I saw you do it, you had Bubba, and it was
that was
one of
last
the
year.
funniest
Bubba,
fucking things I ever saw. Your facial expressions and Bubba's commenting was perfect.
well, Bubba's going to be on. He's on a transatlantic cruise, so he's going to try to tune in, but. It might be the second-rate Dr. Porkchop who steps in on the day after Thanksgiving. We'll see. Dr. Porkchop is the head the size of a fucking watermelon. It's got a fucking huge head.
You have some big head friends, don't you?
I do. Yeah.
So
Not to be confused with Big Head Todd, the wet sprocket. Yeah. Let me get a couple more.
You're doing back-to-back Luthers, pumpkin pie, and then eggnog.
Eggnog. Wash it all down with eggnog. Yeah.
So that's your lunch.
And I'm not allowed to play guitar. Jesus.
Love it.
Let me get one more. Lou, do you have any more?
Yeah, I do. For the end of the meal, one more cup of coffee for
Oh, okay. All right.
Bobby Dylan.
Let me see. Kate Nash, pumpkin soup. Let's see.
Disgusting.
Oh, pumpkin soup is a Jamaican thing. It's good.
Yeah.
Pumpkin has no flavor.
Sting soul cake. Pumpkin has flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so subtle.
In a soup,
Yeah.
it's good. You should try it.
Yeah.
I'm good.
I'm good. The Monkeys, Tapioca Tundra. The Banana Boat song,
That's
Harry
first and
Belafonte. Right? The Ketchup song, Lost Ketchup is the name of the band. That's a nice. Jesus Christ. TV dinners, ZZ Top.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Turkey. Hungry Man turkey dinner.
Yeah.
Nicotine and gravy, Beck.
Yeah. So that's that for that. Let's move on. I have what they call the 45 best. Who makes these fucking lists? 45 best Thanksgiving songs. Let's just cover this for a minute. Then we'll get into some movies. I don't have the list where I could pull it up, but
and I get to stump the professor tonight.
Remember? We're doing that next. We're doing that right in the middle of the show.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me get through this.
Keep
Do you think
expectations
What a
low.
Wonderful World by Louis Armstrong is a Thanksgiving song?
Is it?
Do you consider it?
No, I
It's
don't.
part of
probably
their
a
list.
bunch of Thanksgiving movies. That's why.
We Are Family,
There
Sister
are-
Sledge is number 2.
No.
Where You Lead, Carole King is number 3. They just fucking digging in this shit.
What about Thank You by Led Zeppelin? What about
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
Take Me Home, Country Roads. All right, I'll give you that. John Denver. Everybody goes home for Thanksgiving.
Kind of homecoming. Well,
Yeah.
how about what's the U2 song? Some sort of homecoming.
A Sort of Homecoming, yeah. And it's served for the time to live, desired time. That's a great song.
Yeah.
That's off of Unforgettable Fire.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good video, too. Thanksgiving Prayer, Johnny Cash. Why is that number 1? It's got fucking the word Thanksgiving in it.
It's about
How could that
Thanksgiving.
not be number 1?
Well, who makes these
Fucking
lists?
liberals. Fucking liberals.
How do you know?
No. Johnny Cash was a liberal.
There you
He
go.
No,
was-
he
again.
wasn't. Don't you say that, Mark Smith. Stop that.
He stood up for the prisoners.
So that doesn't mean anything.
It's coming, Lou. You see, it's coming. It's been brewing for 6 months.
Yeah.
So like this one by Mac DeMarco, Cooking Up Something Good, right?
It's all about sex.
How is fucking We Are Family number 2 and Johnny Cash's Thanksgiving Prayer is number 5?
Yeah.
The fuck?
We are family on one day of the year. That's what it's saying. Not the-
This Will Be an Everlasting Love, Natalie Cole. What?
Cynical. Oh, this is lame.
Autumn in New York, Billie Holiday. What the?
It's
Autumn.
Autumn.
It's not the Ottoman Empire. Come on.
Crowded Table, The High Women.
What? Never heard of it.
They're not bad looking either. Jesus. I'm looking at a picture of them. They look okay.
Who's got the best mouth?
Let me see.
The
Probably.
highest woman.
I think it's the one on the end, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah. Can't see. Home by Philip Phillips. God Only Knows, number 11 by the Beach Boys. Thanksgiving
fuck
songs.
that.
What?
That's
Great
stupid.
song, but it has nothing
See,
to do with
It's a
that.
beautiful
This
song.
motherfucker right here should be number 2. I mean, Johnny Cash should be number 1. This should be fucking number 2 in the Thanksgiving Day songs. And someone's going to be like, it's Thanksgiving. Why are you swearing? You're being so aggressive tonight. Shut up. Mark pissed me off.
Good.
Johnny Cash is a liberal.
Good. I like pissing you off. I gotta do it if no one else can.
This song right here should be number 2 on the list, in my list, Sweet Potato Pie by Ray Charles and James Taylor.
Yeah, that should be, and that's a
Yeah.
great version
Yep.
Yeah.
of the original song. Yeah.
Number 13, I Could Not Ask for More, Edwin McCain. Get the fuck out of here.
How does this? Yeah. It's
Pass the Peas is number 14. Why isn't that number 3?
Yeah.
Right? And then this should be number 4. Let's Turkey Trot, Little Eva. How are these down at on 15 and Carole King fucking number 3?
well. That's why you
A
got
song we've never heard too. I never heard that.
That's
song.
why you got to become a critic so you can get paid to write this shit.
They won't like me.
Yeah, he's taking
Yeah.
graft money.
You Learn by Alanis Morissette. You live, you learn.
That's got
You
nothing
at the
to
bed,
do with
you
anything.
learn. What the? How is that a Thanksgiving song?
I could see ironic because it's a black fly in your L'Hotel Chardonnay.
See, this should be Jesus. And by the way, that song ironic. There's nothing ironic about any of those
nothing
scenarios.
ironic.
It's bad luck. That's all that is. There's no fucking irony in the guy buys a lottery ticket and never flew, and then all of a sudden he wins the lottery and his plane goes down. That's bad fucking luck. That's not irony.
No,
You know?
you're in love with some guy and he's married.
Yeah.
There's nothing ironic in that.
No.
AI alert. AI alert.
I see.
Stop picking on Rolling Stone, Perry.
Perry Dennis said, does Ebola the Clown celebrate Thanksgiving? Yeah, he does. He does in his own specific way. Which I'd rather not get into. It's not
It's
not
Stephen King.
traditional, that's for sure.
He eats beans out of the can.
Traditional. So Perry Dedovich, the artificial intelligence that dominates YouTube, who compiled that shit list? Rolling Stone, you know?
You two would have been at the top.
That's it, buddy. Rolling
Mark's
Stone.
gone. Mark's gone.
Mark walked off the stage. He walked off the set.
Hey, up and left.
He walked off the set. Okay. All right. Number 17,
Wait,
which should be
wait.
number 5.
Don't break
Stretchy
anything, Mark.
Pants, right?
Stretchy pants.
Right? that should be number 5, Stretchy Pants by Carrie Underwood. Jesus. Bing Crosby. Okay. This is, I've got plenty to be thankful for because there's thanks. And Mark's going to start look at first Lou puts himself in the penalty box because I put him in the penalty box. So he rebelled and put himself in even deeper he went into the double penalty box. Now Mark just got up, walked off the set, came back on, and he's reading that trash Rolling Stone magazine.
Oh, I read this one. I read it on your last show, Scott.
I read it during your last show.
He took it out of the bottom of his bird cage.
Oh,
good one.
Oh, there you go.
Asheville.
Let's see. How is
pain.
Just Fine by Mary J. Blige? Just Fine. How is that even on this list?
I think it's like shit people like to play
So-
when everyone's over, but that's not a Thanksgiving song.
No,
You know?
I'm going to bump this up to number 2, right? And I'm going to move everything down 1. Fucking number 20. They have this number 20. Thanksgiving Day by Ray Davies. Like, it's got the fucking word Thanksgiving in it.
Yeah.
Why
And
is
like
that not in the top 5?
And like I said, it's an
They don't know who he is.
It's an English composer's view of an American holiday, which is great. You know,
How old is the person that composed this list? 21.
where'd you get it from?
It's Town and Country, it seems like.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Wait, You get
Look, I just fucking looked for its best Thanksgiving songs. This list came up. I grabbed it. Well, don't shoot the messenger, all right?
good show prep. I'll tell you, great
No,
show prep. You got to get those
That's
writers
true.
on the ball.
I was scrambling around 6:30. Yeah,
Go in that closet.
I was a little
Go
scrambled
in that
tonight.
closet behind you and tell the writers to come up with better shit. I know they're back
yeah.
there. I know they're.
Oh, behind the green monster. Yeah.
It's
Number
Ebola.
21. Thank you for being a friend, Andrew Gold. What the?
Oh, I hate
That could be an everyday song. Then why is that a Thanksgiving song?
That's a theme to the Golden
I'm almost
Girls.
glad I picked this list because it's
Yeah, it's
fucking so
terrible.
bad. It's good content.
Town and country.
And
Thank
how is
you
this
for
not in the top
being a
10?
friend.
By Fats Waller. All meat, no potatoes. I know some girls like that. Some girls like that. All meat, no potatoes. Yeah.
He's a vegetarian.
Okay, another one. This should be number 3 just because it's got the word Thanksgiving. The Thanksgiving Song by Mary Chapin Carpenter. How is that number 23? American Pie, Don McLean. No, just because it has pie in it and American.
Yeah, come on.
No. Perfect song to sing along with your friends and family gathered close by. This dude is a beta male at his best right here, this writer. This 1971 classic is the perfect song to sing along to with your friends and family gathered close by. Are you fucking high, dude? Take some fucking testosterone. Jesus, that dude's got a lot of, what do women have? Not testosterone, they have
Estrogen.
Yeah, this dude got a lot of estrogen in him. I can tell you that.
He sits next to Aunt Sophie real close. And they
Oh,
say,
my
God. Bye, Miss.
Okay, everybody, let's gather around. It's time to sing American Pie. Dinner's over. Dessert's over. Hustle, hustle. Let's get close by. Okay, ready? A long time ago. And the fucking family just starts throwing shit at him. Vases and fucking plates, forks, knives. They're throwing everything at him.
Marshmallows.
You basically just said what happened to me every time I have Thanksgiving with.
Oh.
I've got the Esquire list. I'm comparing it to your list.
Okay, well, I got number 26, Home by Edward Shaw. Well, I mean, Home.
Yeah,
it's Thanksgiving. Thank you, friends. Nope, not having that. I gather another one. So how come this isn't in the top 10? Thanksgiving theme by Vince Guaraldi Trio.
Oh, yeah.
From the Charlie Brown
Charlie
Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Thankful and Thoughtful by Sly and the Family Stone. No, I love me some Sly and the Family Stone. No, not a Thanksgiving song. Early Autumn. No. By Ella. No, Ella. Sorry. Cornbread, Dave Matthews Band. That's got to be in the top 10. Do you make cornbread? So, all right. So let me ask you.
Could be stuffing. Could be cornbread stuffing or cornbread.
Do you do cornbread or anything around Thanksgiving?
I did it one year. It was a disaster. Believe it or not, I can't cook it. So the kids were like, they have a PTSD from it. So they know I can't make cornbread anymore. But my sister makes the best cornbread.
I make a cornbread souffle. It's fucking, it's good.
That sounds interesting.
It's pretty simple. It's that Jiffy cornbread mix, and you mix it with cream corn and sour cream and something else.
Okay.
It's pretty fucking easy to make. It's good as fuck.
Hey, Lou,
yeah.
let me ask you something. Scott does all these shows. Why isn't he doing a food show, a cooking show?
People have said that.
Yeah.
People have said that because I cook a lot of good shit.
You could end up on, you'll end up on Food Channel.
How I'm not 400 pounds is amazing.
And blood tests coming back perfect.
Perfect. The shit I eat. It's amazing.
I have one egg sandwich a week and my cholesterol's high.
Every barbecue joint here gives you cornbread. It's a standard.
Okay.
That's a standard.
All right, I have to give this one just because I fucking loved Dolores O'Riordan. I fucking loved her.
Yeah.
And that still bothers me that I say this all the time. When she died, it broke my heart. It was like, why her? And I always say this.
Yeah.
It just never sits good with me that she passed away.
Yeah.
In a fucking hotel room or something, right? It was, and she didn't OD or anything. I don't know what it was, but the Cranberries, Ode to My Family.
Yeah, great song.
I fucking loved her, man.
Yeah.
Oh man. Thank You by Dido. No.
it's not so bad.
Wanna
It's
be
not so
with
bad.
you.
I've got to hear
Every
Eminem.
day of my life, I wanna be with you.
I got to hear Eminem rapping over it.
Sounds like Valium to me.
Celebration, Cool the Gang, fucking that to me, that's number 2 behind fucking Who Built This? We Built This City. Celebration is a song I could really do without hearing
It's
for
a
the
shame
rest of my life.
because they're such a good band, but that was one of the. It's the car commercial that
But they
killed it for
make
me.
so much fucking money off that
Well
song.
deserved.
Oh yeah, that was
The
huge.
money just fucking that because it's played for everything.
What was George? What was the drummer's name? George.
He died this week.
He died the other day, recently.
It
Drummer
was
from Cool the Gang.
George Brown.
George Brown.
You called him George Benson.
I called him George
The
Benson.
show. Who had a beer before the show, and he comes on, and George Benson died.
That's one.
I mean, I don't get this one. Good song. Neil Young, Harvest Moon at number 36.
It's on all the lists. It's on all the lists.
Because it's harvest. Because it says harvest. That's not harvest could be in the springtime. It's not just one time a year that there's a harvest, right?
And I think by Thanksgiving,
Depends on what crop you build.
the harvest is almost over too. I think mostly that by Thanksgiving.
Family is family. Casey Musgraves. Yeah, sometimes family sucks,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and Thanksgiving is a perfect example of that.
Yes.
Sometimes families suck. I still love the fucking fact. I came home one year with my wife, and I have the picture to prove this, right? Came home, my first wife and my kids one year for Thanksgiving, back to Winthrop, Mass. And my mom sets up the Thanksgiving table, and my brother Colin's there, the oldest. My middle brother, Mark, was there. And I sat at the head of the table. They did not like that.
Whoa.
That's funny.
They did not like that. It's like, why are you sitting at the head of the table? I was like, well, I got my family here. Because no one was unseating my mother from the other end of the table.
Right.
I have the picture to prove it. Yep. What do we got here? Apples, peaches, pumpkin pie. We already talked about that. Autumn leaves. Nope, not here. Stuffy turkey, Thelonious Monk. Why is that in the top
What's
10?
up there? Yeah, because it's jazz.
It's because this fucking beta male that wrote this fucking, with a lot of estrogen running through his blood,
Estrogena.
made this fucking list. Family Business, Kanye West. No. Okay, I like this one. Cab Calloway. Although it could go a lot of different directions. Everybody eats when they come to my house.
Yeah, we know what Cab meant by that. We know what Cab meant by that.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
What's that Ian Gillan lyric from Knocking at Your Back Door? We won't go into it.
Okay, yeah.
Master cunning linguist, a master of
Oof.
songs.
Number 43, Thanks a Million, Louis Armstrong. Nope.
No.
It's
Adam Sandler, the Thanksgiving song. How come that's not in the top 10? Just because it has Thanksgiving in the lyric.
Yeah.
In the title.
Yeah, all the songs that have Thanksgiving are lower, ranked lower.
Kelly Clarkson, Thankful. Okay. Nice. It has thank in it. I'll tell you what, it's better than Family Business. It's thanking it. You guys got any Thanksgiving songs?
You know what?
There was an omission on that list. Alice's Restaurant, Massacre.
Exactly.
I mean, come on.
Yeah. Well, you know what? While you were talking, Scott, I looked at a bunch. Alice's Restaurant wasn't on any of the lists. I think also we're older. Younger people don't know about Alice's Restaurant.
I played it for my son yesterday. We did our Thanksgiving yesterday. I said, "This is a tradition." He's heard it in the car and stuff. He's like, he goes, "What's he going on about?"
What's he going on about?
Said he wants to kill.
Kill. I want to kill. Yeah.
Wants blood and guts and hair in his teeth.
I got like when I thought we were gonna have songs like thankful songs. So I have "Thank You" from Led Zeppelin. Did I do something wrong? Oh
no, just keep going.
Fucking Perry, no.
Perry Dedovich, the artificial intelligence, says, I can't wait till Taylor Swift writes a song about a dipshit football player boyfriend
Perry,
after she dumps him.
I'm going to talk back to the bot. At least she writes her own songs. Let's give her credit for that. Okay? All right? And I'll buy that album, too.
Taylor Swift.
I buy Taylor Swift albums.
Get the fuck out of here.
I do.
You might have a little too much estrogen in you, buddy.
Well, it's the homogenized milk or what?
Oh, it's filled with estrogen.
Those are
They're
called,
doing it on purpose.
Those
It's a
are
social
bovine
experiment.
hormones.
Yeah.
Let's see.
You
What do I
get,
got?
you get Ebola from drinking that stuff.
Oh, Ebola drinks anything.
Then you have sex with a monkey after that.
Yeah. No, he doesn't do that.
No,
He does.
What's
He
that thing on
says
top of
don't
his
have
head?
sex with monkeys. That's,
Oh, no, I think
you
he
might
said-
get Ebola.
What's on top of Ebola's head? What kind of creature is that?
It's one of those little it's
like
got
a Mardi Gras.
it's a thing that's like a hair thing. And it's got
Right.
a little top hat with a skull on top of it.
It's a skull. Okay.
Yeah.
That reminds me of the Road Warrior,
Oh,
right? The one guy.
the guy that's on the front with the thong on.
Yeah.
He talks like this.
Hey, he's good. I think they're making another one. Maybe you should try to get the casting call.
I hope Tom Hardy's doing that one.
Yeah, right. I loved it. I love Tom Hardy's.
Yeah. What do you got?
Roll Plymouth Rock by Brian Wilson.
Okay. Yeah.
Wow.
And then, like, you want about thankful songs? How about Thank You Too by My Morning Jacket, which is a great song. Give Thanks and Praises by Bob Marley. I Thank You, ZZ Top. I Had Ode to My Family. Let's see. Supertramp, Give a Little. I mean, be thankful, give a little, take a little. Almost Thanksgiving Day by Graham Parker.
Yeah.
Yeah. All
Why
these
not?
songs. Nobody,
Nah. This generation is fucking useless.
well, we got to change them.
Nope. That's up to them. Good luck, kids.
Yeah.
You're fucked. You're fucked. Big Head Todd,
We've led you to the
the
oasis.
Wet Sprocket, says, "Good night, gentlemen. Happy Thanksgiving. I will listen to the last 2/3 of the 3-hour marathon show
Scott said it was going to be a short show
tomorrow morning." Well, I'm
Right,
moving
Todd.
on. I have all my stuff is pretty much done. We're going to do some movies and then we move on to.
Stump the Professor.
Oh yeah, that's
What
next.
about
All right.
Vegetables by the Beach Boys? That's
Oh,
food.
yeah.
I
not
guess.
thanks, but it's food.
It's on the Thanksgiving table. Yeah,
It's
I get
all encompassing. It's the yams.
Absolutely,
It's the
absolutely.
green bean casserole. It's those pearled. Do people eat those pearled onions? I haven't done that in a long time.
My family. I never did, but my father and my brothers love those fucking
I love
things.
those.
If you eat them whole, they come out like paintballs.
I can't find them like down here. Really, I don't know why. They're hard to find.
Hey, Lou, I'm shitting paintballs here.
All right. Speaking of that, let's move on to this section. It's leftover. We're talking about leftovers. This is leftover from last show, where Lou ducked out on us.
Oh,
and,
shit. I'm not good at this either.
It's the
Don't worry.
lyrics. So Mark Smith has stepped up. He wants to humiliate Lou before Thanksgiving. This was his goal.
Go
He said,
for it.
"I finally have payback from all the shit he deals to me on the Music Relish Show. So now I can screw him up before Thanksgiving." He actually told me, and I'm sorry, Mark, I know this is supposed to be in confidence.
Whoa.
I hope this screws up his whole Thanksgiving day. I want to destroy his ego, his massive ego, and I want to break him.
Actually,
he said, "I am
Scott.
Drago, and he is Rocky.
No,
I will
Scott.
break you," he said.
What did
Go
I tell
for
you?
it.
I said, you know how these athletes, they get confidence, but you can break their confidence like a pitcher, right? They're doing great, but you do one wrong thing to them and they lose it. That's how I wanted to break them like a pitcher or a goalie in the Premier League. Like, just get him off,
Well, the only thing I really remember is you saying, "Fuck Lou." That was it.
That's what I feel. I'm
That's-
not
I'm gonna
thinking
get him.
too.
I'm gonna get him. That's
I mean,
really
enough
what he
of-
said.
enough of
So-
him. So,
I was trying to be nice
lay
about
all
it.
these obscure prog rock lyrics on me now. Okay? Bring it on.
I gotta say, I could have like
Big
done a bunch
setup.
of Porcupine Tree lyrics just to say these are
Yeah.
my great lyrics, but I'm not doing that to you. But
Here's
what I
some
gotta do,
obscure prog rock lyric.
the cattle, the cross, the Celtic cross. What band is now? Anyway, so
All right, let's stop.
what me and Scott discussed was when you read them, you almost start to go into the rhythm of the song, which can give
Yeah,
it away. It's really
This
hard.
gives
So
it away.
I've elected. I'm going to read them to
see.
you like William Shatner sitting on a stool with a cigarette.
I'm
Okay.
sitting back
Fucked
to-
me up with this, Lou. Look at Lou sat back. You got the arm roll, the mic arm, the boom mic.
You're
He's
gonna be
all ready.
You're gonna be inflectionless doing this, aren't
Get
you?
him. Fucking get him. Get him, Lou. Get him.
All right. And some of these you will get. I'm not being totally so. I'm learning to live without you now, but I miss you, baby. And the more I know, the less I understand. All the things I thought I figured out.
Don Henley. The Last Worthless Evening.
Oh, so close.
Wait, it was Don Henley, though, right?
Yeah. Same album, too.
Wait. Heart of the Matter.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Lou's already doing better than you and I did last week, Mark.
Yeah, we suck.
Perry's been laying instrumental tracks on us, and I'm not getting anything. Mark did very well.
If I hear the instrumentals, I could do that, but the lyrics to me kind of was a little hard.
I watched that. It was painful to watch, Scott, I gotta say.
While you're doing this, I'm just gonna check out. I'm going to the penalty box for a second, but you guys carry on.
All right.
Lou.
Hey, buddy.
The photograph on the dashboard taken years ago turned around backwards so the windshield shows. Every verse. Still, it's so much clearer.
It's the Shatnerian delivery that's throwing me off.
I've heard those lyrics before. I know that the picture.
All right, do you want me to read it like monotone?
Yeah. Or just
The photograph on the dashboard taken years ago.
Now you're fucking with me.
Turned around backwards so the windshield shows. Every street light reveals a picture in reverse. Still, it's so much clearer. I can't read it because the song's coming through my mind.
I don't know. Kind of a hint.
Yeah. I'll give you a hint. I'll probably give it away. But the string arrangement on this song was done by a classic rock musician.
It's an REM song. So is it Drive?
No, you're close. Same album.
Yeah. I don't know.
What song on that Automatic for the People has strings?
That was the first REM album I did not buy.
That's the first one I bought.
Is it on Night Swimming?
There you go. He's 2 for 2.
Yeah, I didn't get it first time.
Perry Dedovich, the artificial intelligence, is Stairway to Heaven. What the fuck? Evidently, AIs don't know everything.
It was John Paul Jones, though. So
he did the string arrangements on that song. Yeah. Okay, Lou. Strange shapes light up the night. I've never seen them, though I hope I might. Don't ask me.
Blue Oyster Cult, take me away.
Yeah, if you couldn't get it, I was going to say.
Thank you.
I was going to say.
I got the first line. Strange shapes light up.
I was going to do the chorus where it's like, I turn my hopes up to the sky. I would do it like I'm singing it. I turn my hopes up.
I'm getting used to the Shatner thing.
Okay, Lou. I'm trying to read my writing here. This was the night, not long to come in the year of our Lord A.D. Where in a desert way house, poised on the brink of eternity, 94 studded horsemen closed in the knot of honor, sorry, as only drunken sailors can. Do you want me to read it again?
I know this, but yeah.
This was the night, not long to come, in the year of our Lord A.D., where in a desert way house.
Blue Oyster Cult, the Golden Age of Leather.
Damn. Yeah.
Fucking Mr. Dr. Professor.
Yeah, well, you know
Sanguini.
What I was doing, I had a method here. These are his favorite bands, and I figured if you fucked one up, it would be hilarious. You know, I could tell you, Scott, if you read me a Steven Wilson lyric, I may just not. You know, it's hard. I may not get it. So.
It is weird hearing it without music.
Right. It is. It's harder than it sounds.
Yeah. I should have hit some stuff on him. He wasn't. All right. I'm going to read this one like Gary Busey. Well, the preacher and the teacher, Lord. Wait. Okay. Well, the preacher and the teacher. No, I can't read my writing. I was writing this at 3:00 at work, like this, scribbling. Well, the preacher and the teacher, Lord, they're a caution. They are the talk of the town. When the gossip gets to flying, and they ain't lying. When the sun goes falling down.
I don't know.
Dun, 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 dun.
China Grove.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, the preacher and the teacher, Lord.
Oh
there.
yeah.
Yep,
See,
yep.
they are the talk of
Okay.
the town.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's weird how you don't associate.
And I just wish I could read my writing again, you know.
Perry, you could have texted that to me when I needed you.
Remember, it's a 12-second delay, I think.
Oh, come on. Perry's cheating. Come on.
So I just noticed
on your
something.
side. What?
I just noticed we did leftover albums, and Tattoo You was left over from, goes all the way back to, did they say Goat's Head Soup?
Soup, yeah.
Right? So the song Start Me Up on the single,
Yeah.
the cover of that, like the picture for that particular song is actually a hoof in a high heel.
Yeah.
So I wonder if that's like an homage to Goat's Head Soup.
Yeah, it's a good point.
Yeah.
And
I just noticed that.
I was in a very strict religious environment where all rock was evil, and it was an environment where they believed in evil images of Satan.
Are there any snakes involved in that shit that you were doing? Any dancing?
No, it was
lurching?
just good old suburban white bread Christianity.
There you go, buddy.
But when I pulled that inner sleeve out and I saw the hoof, I went, cool. Then when I bought Goat's Head Soup and I saw that, I went, cooler.
I had that up on my wall, for the longest time. The fucking goat, the goat head in the soup. Yeah. Great sleeve. That was an insert, right?
Yep, that was
the insert.
I got one more for him.
All right,
one
he's
more.
Killing it. So,
hey Lou, do you know that some men come and some may go? He will surely pass. When the one that left us here returns for us at last. We are but a moment's sunlight.
I know this.
Fading in the grass.
That's it.
Some may come, some may go. I know that fucking line.
Can we have it again?
Some may come and some may go. He will surely pass. When the one that left us here returns for us at last.
Shit.
We are a moment's sunlight fading in the grass. I'm watching for Perry. You've brought it up on Music Relish.
I brought the band up.
It's from the 60s, late 60s. Oh, I should have said that too. Like the decades we were doing it. Yeah, it's a late 60s song. What the hell is a crucify Mark? No, it's an F. Facebook Mark. Fuck, no, it's a crucifix.
No, that's a crucifix. Yeah.
Give me the opening line one more time. Some may come and some may go.
I almost read sweet potato pie. That's the wrong paragraph. Okay. Some may come and some may go. He will surely pass. When the one that left us here returns for us at last. We are but a moment's sunlight fading in the grass. Come on, people now.
Smile on your brother. Everybody get together.
I got him.
I
got him on one.
Okay.
You did much better than us.
Oh, he fucking did way better than me.
I didn't have the heart. I was
That's
going to
fun.
put some like Alan Parsons lyrics. I'm like, no, I got to,
All right, let's get some Thanksgiving movies going here. Got any?
I got one.
Yeah.
Babes in Toyland, or known as in the USA as March of the Wooden Soldiers.
Yeah, Laurel and Hardy.
Laurel and Hardy. They played it every Thanksgiving. Am I right?
Yep.
With the Bogeymen. Right? When those animal guys, the Bogeymen?
I think so.
Yeah. Mark, have you ever seen it?
Yeah, I did. I'm just thinking of how this one threw me for a curve. Thanksgiving movies. Shit.
Actually, there's a movie out right now by Eli Roth called Thanksgiving. He's come home.
Oh, no.
Oh, it is. Yeah, it's based on, so I don't know, I think it was like 15, 20 years ago. They came out with Grindhouse.
Yeah.
Quentin Tarantino's Grindhouse.
Yeah.
And it had Planet Terror.
Yeah.
And,
is that the one where she had the
Death
leg
Ride.
that was a gun? She had the leg that was a gun.
Yeah, there was a Planet Terror.
Yeah.
Well, in between those movies, if you go on YouTube, you can find the trailers to Grindhouse. One of them was Rob Zombie did a trailer for Werewolf Women of the SS, and Eli Roth did one for Thanksgiving. He's come home. and it's a fucking murder. It's like they slasher film for Thanksgiving. And and then so they decided to turn it into a movie, and it's out in theaters right now.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Well, and Mark, how about this? Remember the book Every Mother's Son about Harry De La Roche?
No.
You know who Harry De La Roche is?
I know that name.
In Montville on Thanksgiving weekend, I think it was 76. There was a local resident. He went to the Citadel in West Virginia on Thanksgiving. He murdered his whole family in the town.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, he just got out. He just got paroled. But that was over Thanksgiving.
We had two of the most evil murders in D'Alessandro in Hillsdale. That little girl.
That's
in
right.
1970 selling Girl Scout cookie. I mean, this is
And Westwood on I lived on Burkell Avenue, the street over. There was an axe murder.
So you married an axe murderer?
So much. Yeah.
Wow.
Grew up with a dude that ended up fucking getting prostitutes and then chopping them up in his room at the YMCA in Lynn, Massachusetts.
Who's that?
There was a dude.
What McLean was that?
No, it wasn't one of my brothers. That's for sure. Yeah,
wow.
Throwing him in the dumpster, stuffed him in a suitcase. He was like fucking full blown.
Yeah.
At his room at the YMCA.
That YMCA. He got
That's
away
crazy.
That's
crazy.
Do that?
I don't know. Well,
Mark.
you can't beat the video. Alice's Restaurant Thanksgiving movie.
Yeah, that's right.
We talked about it, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Knives Out. That's a pretty good one. That was a Turkey Day. Was it say Turkey Day's favorite pastime? Carving stuff up.
I got one. I forgot it was really based around Thanksgiving, and I liked it. A lot of people. Four Brothers. Remember that movie?
Yeah.
That was a good cheap ass movie. It wasn't, it was good for what it was.
Yeah.
How about Planes, Trains, and Automobiles?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
one of my favorite comedies of that era.
Yeah.
Never looked at pillows the same way again.
That's right.
I think of John Candy.
So let's see. What other movies do we have?
Drinksgiving from 2016. I just found that on
Walton's Thanksgiving reunion. That's terrible. There's no real Thanksgiving movies, is there?
No.
Coming home for the holidays. Yeah, I think because it falls under the shadow of Christmas.
I think it does. Yeah.
It's Thanksgiving. Isn't Thanksgiving the prelude to Christmas?
It's the beginning of it. Well, actually, I think Halloween kind of is the prelude to all of them because right after Halloween is when the build-up begins for Thanksgiving.
Especially if you're in retail.
Yeah.
You're already doing that stuff.
Yeah.
Babes in Toyland was originally supposed to be like a Christmas movie because they're building toys for Christmas.
Yes.
But that was just to grease the wheels for the kids. So you start making your list out of the Sears catalog.
Yeah. And there it is. Thanksgiving has an 82% rating so far. Yeah.
Wow.
How about Amityville Thanksgiving horror movie?
There you go.
That sounds cool. I'll have to watch that.
Addams Family Values. I don't know about that. Holiday Inn. That's a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Grumpy Old Man.
Lesbomb from 2018. The closeted woman brings her girlfriend home for Thanksgiving. Although lesbians don't talk like that. Isn't that funny?
That's more men, right?
But think about it. Yeah, lesbians they don't have a distinct lisp, or it's just an observation. Let people be who they are, but it just seems to be the men that have that kind of hello Frisco. Yeah, I don't know.
What are you talking about, Scott?
I don't know. Don't stop. Okay.
Here's a good one. Hannah and her sisters.
Mark is like, let's move. Let's
change the
move.
subject.
Hannah and her sisters. That was
It's about Thanksgiving.
Yeah. It began and ended.
Wasn't the big chill? Was that Thanksgiving? They all got together or no?
That was, yeah.
I never saw that movie.
Ooh, we're gonna.
I didn't either.
I'm never gonna see it.
No, and I'm never going to see it
saw
either.
it. We're gonna roll up some joints and we're gonna drink wine.
It was big in the 80s. It was like this whole fucking '60s thing brought back, you know,
It also brought R&B into like because they
good soundtrack and you know,
Yeah.
smooth, you know, the cool actors.
It was a yuppie movie.
And then there was a TV series of that 30-something.
Man, I
Right.
never watched an
Never
episode
saw
of
it.
that.
Never.
Just like
Me
Friends,
neither.
I never saw a fucking episode. I never watched more than a minute of Friends.
I might have seen a couple minutes of that.
I like Friends.
I
How about
I
Black
saw-
Friday from 2021? On Thanksgiving night, a group of disgruntled toy store employees begrudgingly arrive for work to open the store at midnight. And what does it say? What's the rest of the synopsis? Doesn't give it. Oh, say yeah. Meanwhile, an alien parasite crashes to Earth in a meteor. The group of misfits, led by store manager Jonathan Bruce Campbell, great fucking actor when it comes to these movies, and longtime employee Ken Devonasau, soon find themselves battling against hordes of holiday shoppers who have been turned into monstrous creatures hell-bent on a murderous rampage on Black Friday. That sounds okay. That's a Thanksgiving.
We got a song too. How about Black Friday by Steely Dan?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, good song.
That's a good song.
What else? Any more?
I'm done.
I say Grumpy Old Men, right? We got that.
Oh yeah,
I didn't know that was a
good one.
Thanksgiving movie.
Yeah,
but-
that's Thanksgiving thing. Yeah.
all right.
They ate a lot of beefy bologna on that one.
Yeah. All right, let's jump into. We're going to get this show done early. It's never early, but
2 hours, man.
yeah, we'll get it under 2 hours. We got 15 minutes left. Let's go to top 10 songs this week in 1981. I figured 1981 was the year I graduated high school. So, you know, let's see what we got.
All right.
Number 10 this week in 1981 on Thanksgiving week, because I think in 81, Thanksgiving was on November 26th. Don't ask me why I know that. Theme from Hill Street Blues, Mike Post featuring Larry Carlton. Wow.
Larry Carlton.
Yeah.
Did you know? Did you know? Can I lay it? Did you know?
Yeah, of course.
Mike Post. You know Mike Post. He did a lot of that stuff. Those TV shows.
Yeah, yeah.
He produced a Van Halen album. It was
Which
the
one?
biggest
That's
mistake
right.
they ever made. He produced Van Halen 3 because he was friends with Eddie. That was a big
Yep.
mistake because that
Big mistake.
ended
No,
up
that was the
being
Gary
worse than
Sharon.
album.
Was that one of the short albums?
No,
Van Halen with Gary Sharon?
yeah, it's a shame. It should have been a Eddie Van Halen solo album because it's not a bad album, but it's not a Van Halen album. But yeah,
Right,
Mike
yeah.
Post produced it.
Yes. Number 9 this week in 1981, Thanksgiving week. Arthur's theme, Christopher Cross.
New York City.
Yeah.
Number 8 this week in 1981 on November 21st, Thanksgiving week. Every little thing she does is magic by the Police.
Uh-huh.
I love that video. That's a
Yeah.
fun video.
I just like the sound of
Great
it.
album.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I mean, let me see. All the way up to Sigma. All their albums were good.
Yeah, that's
If you
true.
think about it.
That was a little different. Ghost in the Machine was just a little bit different.
Those albums though all had, I think there might have been 3 throwaways. It's you know, I always say it's a good album if you got 4 good songs or 5 off the whole album.
You know what
Right.
Police album I like every song on? Their Candio for me is Zenyatta Mendata. I just think
Yeah,
every
that's
song on that
a
is
great album.
Canary in a Coal Mine.
Yeah.
All of them. Yeah.
Yep. Let me see number 7 this week in 1981, Thanksgiving week. The Night Owls by the Little River Band.
Good song.
Number
Yeah, okay. Okay, gotcha.
yeah, go on. What were you gonna sing it?
No, because that was the song the original singer left. The guy that sang
okay.
Reminiscent, so it's a different guy singing. It was a bass player singing that, but it was a hit. Yeah.
All right.
Mhm.
Number 6 this week in 1981, Thanksgiving week. Trying to Live My Life Without You. Bob Singer and the Silver Bullet Band.
I don't remember that
How
song.
does that go?
I don't either. Very Bob Seger in the 80s. I was not
Jesus,
a fan.
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't a fan. Although I did see him, probably in 81. Well, I saw when they recorded, I don't know, Double Live Bullet or one of these other ones.
Early 80s, he was okay. He did the
Against the Wind
album.
came out earlier.
Yeah, that album. And then the one with, oh shit, the last good
Yeah.
album he put.
Like a rock.
Yeah, that was a good song, but some of the stuff on there was crap.
Yeah.
I don't like making Thunderbirds.
How do you make a Thunderbird?
We were making Thunderbirds.
Perry Dedovich, the artificial intelligence, says sniff, sniff.
That's exactly right.
He needs cocaine.
Oh, yeah. Ooh. I liked it.
Hey,
The
Bob, this
80s.
song sounds like
I can
shit.
say
No, it
now.
doesn't. It sounds great. No, Bob, it sounds like shit. No, it sounds great. You know?
Cocaine compression.
Number 5 this week in 1981, the week of Thanksgiving. Here I Am by Air Supply. Here I am, the one that you love.
This is a real soft list, man.
Yeah, right.
It's
Well,
really
then we
soft.
jump right into this one, buddy. Number 4 this week in 1981, Thanksgiving week. Stop Me Up, the Rolling Stones.
There we go. Some rock and roll in there.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
The Police, every little thing, but that's a kind of a light, soft song. Right?
Number 3, we get soft again with this week in 1981, Thanksgiving week. Waiting for a Girl Like You by Foreigner.
Okay.
Number
song.
2 this week in 1981, week of Thanksgiving. Private Eyes, Daryl Hall and John Oates.
Private Eyes.
Yeah. And number 1, that was actually the beginning of their fucking dominance of the 80s.
Yeah.
They were one of the dominating groups of the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
Then number 1 this week in 1981, the week of Thanksgiving, the iconic, groundbreaking, absolutely gorgeous, every boy's dream, Olivia Newton-John, Physical. If you're a boy and you didn't like Olivia Newton-John, didn't think she was pretty, you were gay.
I'm not gay.
You know what?
What? Are you telling me you didn't like Olivia Newton-John?
I thought she was okay. I didn't.
What is wrong with you, man?
I didn't get like
Hey, Lou, you know
Look
what
at
my
Lou
favorite?
just busts out with, I'm not gay.
I had to defend myself.
Hey, Lou.
That was a very quick reaction, though. That was very quick reaction.
I always thought she was okay. She was pretty. I wasn't.
You know what? You know what song? My favorite song of hers is "Magic" from Xanadu. That's
Yeah,
a great
that's it.
song. That is so good. I could listen to that.
I think I honestly love you is my favorite.
All right, you two
That's
go share a glass of estrogen.
No, we're
Are
gonna
you
go have
drinking
a.
estrogen wine tonight,
We're
gentlemen?
gonna go have.
Is that what you're
We're gonna have
drinking?
strawberry milkshakes after the show.
Are you drinking Yellow Jacket estrogen wine? Is that a wine, Lou? Is that a wine? If it isn't, Lou, you should make it. You should create estrogen wine.
Estrogen wine. Well, actually, I'm going to get in trouble
Tastes funky.
Asheville's a very feminist city. It's probably the second gay city after San Francisco.
Oh, I have no. And see, don't get me wrong now. Now, do not get me wrong. I have nothing. I have nothing against the gay community. Nothing at all. I have no
We know
issues
that.
with
I
them.
know.
I just
I live
find
in
it.
Wickham among them.
I find there's humor in there.
Oh yeah, well,
There's humor in there. They would tell you themselves. There's humor. I find it. I'm hetero, and I just kind of I think there's some good humor in there.
Lou, Scott's explaining himself. He's like on the hot seat here. Wow.
When I first moved to
Amazing.
Asheville,
No, I
You see how he grabs the skull? That was a Freudian slip. You grab that skull like to say, but I'm still grabbing skulls.
No, that reminds me of the David Bowie song "Cracked Actor" when he has the giant skull come out on stage.
Oh,
It
yeah.
rolls out on stage. I saw that series Moonlight Tour. And he had done that. He did a version of that song with a cape on, holding a skull like Alas Poor Yorick.
Yeah.
I knew him well.
I used to have a poster of him with that, and I lost it. That was
Pretty
great
cool,
poster.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, let me see. Let's see if we can dig up some albums from albums.
have you never
from
been
that
mellow?
week. What's that?
Have you never been mellow?
Oh, Jesus.
I told a friend one time recently. I said, like, America runs on Duncan, Asheville runs on estrogen. And I got the weirdest look, just like, like you can't say things like that. I'm like, well, it's true. It's true.
All right, number 10 album this week in 1981, the week of Thanksgiving, The Innocent Age by Dan Fogelberg.
Ugh.
What was on
number
that album?
9.
Oh, no, I know. Yeah.
Yeah. Number 9 this week on the album charts in 1981, the week of Thanksgiving. Actually, one of my favorite songs by this group, Abacab by Genesis.
Oh, it's a great album.
Yeah.
Good song.
Number 8 this week in 1981, the week of Thanksgiving, Private Eyes by Daryl Hall and John Oates, right?
Mhm.
So it matches, right? Remember we had those years where none of the songs in the top 10 matched the top 10 albums, which is kind of odd, right?
Yeah.
Really odd.
This was a monster, this album. Number 7 this week in 1981, the week of Thanksgiving, Belladonna, Stevie
Oh,
Nicks.
I love that album.
That was a big album for her.
Yeah,
that was her breakout, wasn't it? Wasn't that her?
Yeah,
Did that-
it was her first solo
album, right?
That had just 17 on it.
Yep. It had
Or
that
Smith.
and leather and lace with Don Henley.
Don Henley,
and
yeah.
And Stop Dragging My Heart Around.
Yep, with Tom Petty.
He's got more.
He didn't want to give her that song. He wrote that song, and he really didn't want to give it to her.
Now, Stevie, I don't want to give you that song.
But he put her on it, but he didn't want to give it to her. Like, I think he still wanted to maintain some control over that.
She wanted to join the Heartbreakers. He said she was like being insistent about joining the Heart, and he even said, "There's no girls in the Heartbreakers."
No way. Yeah, exactly.
Hey.
Although that would have been interesting, but she would have stole his limelight.
It wouldn't.
It wouldn't have worked.
Nope.
You can't go from being like technically the face of Fleetwood Mac to going to Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers.
Yep.
You know, with Stevie Nicks, because that's what it would have been.
Mm-hmm.
With Stevie Nicks.
With Stevie Nicks, yeah.
Couldn't have done like Joe Walsh's Join the Eagles, and it's just the Eagles, right?
No, he was a natural.
It wouldn't have gone that route.
You know, Joe Walsh was destined to be in the Eagles, like Ron Wood was destined to be in the Rolling Stones. There's just some people that join a band; it was fate, meant to be.
Yeah,
you know?
But in fact, Joe Walsh had a successful solo career. He didn't have to join the Eagles,
right?
I just love the fact that the Rolling Stones traded guitarists.
What do you mean?
Didn't Mick Taylor go to Ron Wood came from Faces, right?
Yeah.
And Mick Taylor, didn't he go to Faces?
I don't think so.
No, he left. They didn't fire him. He just wanted to leave. He wanted to. It was kind of like
he wanted to get out of there. He wanted to get out of there.
It's hard to be in the Stones. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's that story where Jeff Beck was at a party, and he said that Mick and Keith were there, and they were walking towards him, and he ran away because he was horrified that they were going to ask him to join. He's like, I didn't want to be in the Rolling Stones.
Number 6 this week in 1981, the week of Thanksgiving, Raise, the number 6 album this week, Raise by Earth, Wind, and Fire. Number 5 this week, the top 10 album charts of 1981, the week of Thanksgiving. 9 Tonight, Bob Seger and the Silver. Now that's the live album, right?
That's the second live album he put out.
Yeah, I think that's the one that I was at the show that they recorded half of it at the Boston Garden.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did, yeah. Because the first live album was all in Detroit. Yeah.
He had to cancel the show, and so he came back like 3 months later, and we had floor seats as usual, and place was going nuts. They were ready for him, and he sang the first song, and then he said, all right, listen, I'm gonna give you all some advice. You might want to sit down because this is going to be a long show tonight. Like, so we were all in for it, and everybody sat down and started playing. Everybody stood up again. Yeah. And they recorded the second half of that album there. Yeah. Let's see. Number 4 this week on the album charts in 1981, the week of Thanksgiving, Escape by Journey. That was a monster album.
Oh, God. Yeah.
These next ones all were monsters that year. Number 3 this week in 1981, the week of Thanksgiving on the album charts, Ghost in the Machine, The Police. Number 2 this week in 1981. We've discussed it a number of times on the show this evening. What would that be? Big album. Tattoo You. Yep. Tattoo You. And number 1 this week in 1981 on the album charts for Thanksgiving week, 4 by Foreigner.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? Really quick, because I know we're wrapping up the show, but did you guys, either of you, have a big musical memory of Thanksgiving, like a concert memory, either the day before or the day of?
No, they never had them really.
I have one big one. When I was seeing Zebra like 4 times a month, I was a deadhead for Zebra. They were recording their live album at in Bayshore at the Sundance Club, which was a shithole of a club. It was great. We drove out there on Thanksgiving Eve. Now, when you're young, you don't look at weather reports. We drive out to Long Island. It's about an hour and 45 minutes. We go to the show. Now, Zebra don't even come on till like 1 o'clock. And it was kind of a shitty show. It was the first of 3 nights of recording, and they were nervous. But they played. They finished about 3:15 in the morning. And when he says, good night, everybody, please drive safe. And I go, what's he talking about? As we're walking out the bar into it's pouring snow. It was 90s. We had a big snowstorm the night before Thanksgiving. I just remember, when you're driving, when it's so bad and the highway just has one little tunnel eked out, you
Yeah,
know. So
yeah.
we're driving through Long Island on the one little tunnel, cross Bronx Expressway, everywhere. I think I got home about 9 o'clock in the morning.
Oh,
And I didn't drink because I had to drive, but I remember just laying down and my mom waking me up an hour later. I think I was like 20 years old. She's like, it's ready. You want to eat?
Oh,
I was like,
God.
but
yeah.
whenever I see that CD to this day, I just remember the snow. I don't like driving in those because at night there's no one to help you. If you spin out, you're dead. You know?
Yeah.
And that's a long way to
Hey,
drive.
what time do you eat Thanksgiving, Mark? What time do you eat Thanksgiving Day?
We're about like 5. We don't do early.
What about you, Lou?
I'm about same time, 5 o'clock. I
5
like
or
early.
6.
I do mine between 1 and 2 because I grew up, right? I grew up that way. So we would all go to the high school football game, which began at 10:30.
Mm-hmm.
So by 12:30, like it was done. And as we got a little older into our teens, we were trashed after the Thanksgiving Day game.
Right.
And we would come home, me and my brothers, and we would be hungry. And it would just be all ready for us, like just ready to tear it up. So we always ate around 1:30, right?
That was
1,
how I did it
1:30.
growing up. My mom would have
Yeah.
a Ray, but for some reason with
Yeah,
me,
yeah.
I'm in this dinner time mode. You know?
Yeah,
It's the same
I'm
thing here,
stuck
like,
in that. You know why I like that? Because everybody leaves by 4 o'clock, 4:30, and then you have just the night to yourself.
Yeah.
That's true.
Kind of unwind and just kind of.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
So I kind of like that. And plus, again, it's always been the way I've eaten Thanksgiving. I don't think I would have the patience to wait till 5 o'clock. I don't think I could wait those extra 3 or 4 hours. It just,
You'd be like Darren McGavin in Christmas Story trying to
oh
call
yeah,
the
I
turkey
just, yeah,
and-
leave that turkey alone. Yeah, absolutely.
See, we have.
I'm cooking 2 tomorrow
Oh,
in my new wave oven. I'll show you. I'll send you pictures.
Yeah, do it,
I'm telling you, it's the new wave oven, best turkey cooker ever.
I made a turkey and a slow cooker ham yesterday.
Ooh, I love slow cooker recipes.
I do too. A ham was
Yeah.
good. It's almost like it almost came like a corned beef. It was really, so tender.
So I'm cooking corned beef tomorrow. My wife.
Yeah.
Did I say that earlier? Did I tell you?
No, you didn't. No.
told
Yeah,
me before
so-
the show. That's a
So
great
my wife, the
combination.
beautiful Dr. Vera, has decided she wants to change it up this year. We'd always get turkey and ham, and so she said, "How about corned beef this year?" Well, I fucking forgot how expensive corned beef is off season.
Yeah.
Right. It's fucking expensive.
Now, isn't that ironic that it used to be the shit cut of meat back in
It
the
is.
day, right? Only the poor
Well, lobster
Irish-
too. Remember, they used to feed prisoners. They used to feed them lobster.
Really?
Really.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Lobster was considered fucking
Just
like the
a
roaches of the
scavenger.
sea, the scavengers. Yeah.
Roaches of the sea.
Yeah. Yeah. Cockroaches of the sea. Yeah.
Yeah. The bugs.
So what I do with my corned beef, and I do this every Thanksgiving, I'm not doing the cabbage and all that stuff. It's regular Thanksgiving sides, but I'll take the corned beef, the brisket or whatever, and I'll soak it in apple juice overnight.
Nice.
And I punch holes in it. You know, I kind of stab it and and then I take it all, corned beef and apple juice, and I put it in a pressure cooker. And I have a big one, a Power Pressure Cooker XL. I love my kitchen gadgets. So it actually can hold 2 corned beefs in there. And then I put the peppercorns in there,
Okay.
and I put it to slow, whatever the pressure cooker time is. I think it's like, I don't know, fucking like 15 minutes or something, right? But it takes 15 minutes for it to build up pressure. And that shit, I'm telling you, comes out fucking like butter.
How long do you actually cook it for?
I'm not sure. I have to look at. I have the recipe. I do it a few times a year.
It's the beauty
it's
of corned
usually
beef.
like 20 minutes, I think, in a pressure
That's it?
cooker.
Really?
That's it?
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, because this
You pour-
pressure cooker is like cooks it
Yeah.
fast.
And you pour all the apple juice.
Apple juice. I cook it
in
with
there.
the apple
Okay.
juice. Yeah.
I'm doing that I'm doing that for St. Patty's Day.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm telling you. And then the next day, if you have leftovers, the
We never
meat
do.
the meat taste, you can get a little bit more sweetness out of it with the apple juice
Nice.
because it sinks in overnight, like it's already cooked into it.
Yeah.
Dude, home
So
run
it-
every time.
So it's not so fermented tasted, like with the with cabbage. So
No,
it's
apple
more-
juice is all sugar
Yeah.
anyways.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But then when I cook the St. Patrick's Day, I take the corned beefs out, and at that same juice, I pour a little, and then I put all the vegetables in that too. I cook it all in that too.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know. So
Interesting.
yeah, so we're changing it up this year. We got 3 corned beefs, 2 turkeys.
Wow.
Oh yeah, plenty of Luther sandwiches. Plenty of Luther.
I've never made a corned beef.
Oh,
Oh.
you got to do it. You got to do it. I've done it every way possible. I've seared it and baked it. I've done all
baked
different
it.
ways.
Okay.
Seared it first and I've tried it all, but the best I gotta do the pressure cooker because I usually do a slow cooker. But
I think I'll do a corned beef parmesan this year.
You fucking animal.
Is that horrible?
Heathen.
This may be worse than me wearing a Canadians jersey on the show.
Fucking Italians, they fucking ruin everything.
Oh, it would be horrible. I mean, I tried to picture that's
fucking
disgusting.
corned beef palm. Are you fucking kidding me?
You know what?
No, it's
Okay.
don't even try to make it. No.
You know what?
Cheese, not like melted cheese. There's not corned beef in a Reuben with some Swiss on it and some other shit, a smear of chopped liver, the whole thing, yeah.
Mustard.
But not like fucking corned beef
with marinara and mozzarella.
Are you playing the guitar?
This is what Scott went through his head when you said that.
How about corned beef marsala?
All right, moving on. All right, it was a sad day on this day on November 21st, 2017. American actor, singer, songwriter, and guitarist David Cassidy died of liver failure at age 67.
Oh,
He was known for his role as Keith Partridge, the son of Shirley Partridge, right?
Coolest
Played by his
looking guy.
stepmother, his stepmom, Shirley Jones.
yeah.
Let me see. We can go into that, but that's that. On this day in 2012, Stone Roses guitarist John Squire's art studio burnt down in his home in Macclesfield, Cheshire, England, after it caught fire. Well, hence it fucking burnt down. A low writer. What the fuck? Let me see. Pete Doherty, don't care about him. He was the one that was dating. Wasn't he dating Amy Winehouse?
No, wait, Kardashian.
No, Pete Doherty.
No, I'm thinking of Pete, who they got from SNL.
No, you're thinking of Pete Davidson, that piece of shit.
Pete Davidson.
Fuck that guy.
I know. I agree.
Yeah. On this day in 2007, the Red Hot Chili Peppers were suing the U.S. network over the name of its TV show, Californication, saying the title was immediately associated in his mind of the consumer. Yeah.
Ooh, me a homie. Me a homie. And you wanna wah and a wanna wah.
Yeah.
I'm going to put a
Walking down the
camera
street.
under my legs and I'm going to wear a loincloth.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Let's see. The band filed a lawsuit against the show network, the makers of the TV show, which featured David Duchovny, blah, blah, blah. He described Californication's signature CD and the songs. It doesn't give a ending.
Well, they
on
didn't
that.
win because the show stayed on.
Yeah. Well, that was like the band Living Color tried to sue the Wayans for the show Living Color.
But Living Color had it spelled the English way.
yeah.
And the show was O-R. So
Yeah. In 2000, on this day in 2004, Eminem was at number 1 on the U.S. album charts with Encore. I've never listened to any of his music. I never bought anything. I never bought into it. I never liked his style. I didn't.
I hate him and I like some of his stuff. I can't describe it. And I did like 8 Mile. I thought that was a good movie.
Yeah, 8 Mile is a good movie, and that's a good song. I mean, that's a good song, but I've never bought anything of his.
And I love that mashup of Sweet Home Alabama. You're living home with your mother. Because his mother's boyfriend was a classmate of his, and they got married. So his classmate became his stepfather. Fucked up.
On this day in 2003, an acoustic guitar in which the late Beatle George Harrison learned to play on, fetched 276,000 pounds, which is about $290,000.
That's it.
His father originally bought the Eggman guitar for Harrison for £3.50. Another item auctioned was a signed invitation to the post-premiere celebrations for the Beatles' Hard Day's Night film, which went for £17,000, about $20,000. On this day in 2003, that scumbag piece of shit record producer Phil Spector appeared before California court and was formally charged with murder. Not going to get into that because that's a horrible story.
Not stealing, but murder.
That fucking poor lady, that poor girl, man. She just was he just fucking predator.
Yeah.
He just wanted to kill somebody.
Yeah.
On this day in 1995, it was a sad day. Legendary manager of Led Zeppelin, Peter Grant, died from a heart attack at age 60. Known as being one of the shrewdest and most ruthless managers in rock history, Grant secured 90% of concert gate money and intimidated record store owners who dealt in bootlegs. The former wrestler also worked as a film extra and bodyguard. During the early 60s, Grant worked as a tour manager for Bo Diddley, the Everly Brothers, Little Richard, Chuck Berry, Eddie Cochran, Gene Vincent, and the Animals. So he sharpened his teeth with those bands.
And there's a story in 75. They went into Chicago, I believe, and the mob, who had up to that point been controlling all the concerts, right? And he faced the mob in Chicago down and said, "We ain't giving you a fucking penny." And he won that one. Like, he broke the mob in Chicago with concert stuff.
I still say that he was behind that fucking the theft at the hotel.
Oh, I believe it too.
During the concert.
Yeah.
Right.
I think it's widely fucking suggested that he had something to do with that.
Mm.
I heard that when he died, Page supposedly said, that fat bastard," or something like that. And I'm like, you dick, because he made you guys a lot of money, and he made
did.
you guys. He actually, they're legendary for their talent, yes, but he also kind of made them legendary too.
Yeah, those concerts. Yeah. But he could also think, Jimmy Page said, we were great anyways. We could have had any manager. But he's the one that negotiated that 90% of the gate.
Yeah.
At concerts. That's kind of unheard of.
That's huge.
Yeah.
He started the whole, it was
paper bag money.
Before the Rolling Stones became a corporation, he started that whole thing, the mega bands. Yeah.
He probably told them to shut the fuck up a couple times too.
Yeah, for him to stand on the Chicago mob, he had people on his side.
Yeah.
He had the craze behind him.
Yeah, from England, yeah.
Those guys would scare anybody.
On this day in 1994, after a 5-year wait, the Stone Roses released the single "Love Spreads." In true Roses fashion, the group turned down an appearance on BBC One's TV show Top of the Pops to promote the new single, which actually made it more popular. It's what could have been. I'm a Stone Roses fan, and that's a big what could have been. On this day,
the replacements. Could have been.
I never liked them. I never liked the replacements.
They just could have been better.
Yeah. On this day in 1992, Charles and Eddie were number one at the UK charts with "I Don't Care." That's not the song. It's me saying "I don't care." On this day in 1991, Aerosmith made a guest appearance on The Simpsons TV animated comedy. And at that point, Steven Tyler tried to pick up on the daughter. Oh, it's another story. That fucking guy. Not going to get into them. On this day in 1990, Mick Jagger married Jerry Hall in Bali. The marriage was declared null and void in 1999 after a judge ruled that the 6-hour ceremony in Bali was never registered. So she wasn't entitled to anything.
Wow.
I assume. Right? Wasn't his wife.
Did she get anything? Did he willingly give her anything?
I'm sure he did.
Yeah.
She was rich anyway. She was like a supermodel. Jerry Hall was like I'm sure she was okay no matter what.
Yeah.
On this day in 1988, former Led Zeppelin guitarist Jimmy Page embarked on his first ever UK solo tour. Accompanying him on drums was John Bonham.
Jason Bonham.
No, it says was John Bonham, the son of his late former bandmate. Jason Bonham. Yeah.
I saw that show in that tour in U.S. Great show.
On this day in 1987, Billy Idol knocked Tiffany from number one single position on the U.S. charts with his version of Tommy James' "Moni Moni." Tiffany had been number with "I Think We're Alone." I posted a video of her like last year doing one of these fucking these shows, these reunion shows, and she was fucking horrible. She started getting into it with the crowd. She really looked like a trailer park fucking hoe. Yeah.
Didn't she cover a Beatles song too? Had a single with that?
Probably.
I saw him standing there.
Yeah, I saw him say,
I remember that. Yeah.
Remember, she was one of the first performers. She did the mall tour.
Yeah.
Yes.
She was one of the first people to do those mall tours. Great. I mean, listen, that was a smart move.
Yes, it was. Yep.
But I don't think she has any money left. On this day in 1983, Michael Jackson's 14-minute video for Thriller was premiered in Los Angeles. Directed by John Landis and co-starring former Playboy centerfold Ola Ray, the video, like the song, contains a spoken word performance, blah, blah, blah. On this day in 1981, the unbelievably beautiful and every boy's dream, hotness, 80s hottie, Olivia Newton-John.
She's all right.
Lou's not gay.
Yeah, you should have said, I'm not gay. That would have been a great response right off the bat. Olivia Newton, every time he hears her name now, Olivia Newton-John, I'm not gay.
I'll do it in public somewhere.
Hey, Lou, did you ever see Olivia Newton-John? I'm not gay.
I think Lou is doing the workout to physical. He had the Richard, what's his name, outfit on.
Oh, the Richard Simmons outfit.
Yeah.
Well, actually, as I play in a spiritual center, we do Let's Get Metaphysical. Okay.
Oh, Jesus. Anyway, Olivia Newton-John started a 10-week run at #1 in the U.S. singles charts with Physical. Singer's 4th U.S. #1, went on to sell over 2 million copies, became a #7 hit in the UK.
Ooh,
there's this fucking horror show. The older I get, the more I hate this fucking song. On this day in 1981, Queen and David Bowie were at #1 in the UK with Under Pressure.
You don't like that song?
No.
I like it.
Nope. Sick of it. Fucking sick of it.
Oh, Vanilla Ice,
well,
made
yeah,
me sick
that.
of it.
But it's a good song. But I hear that.
Nah, sick of it. If I hear it on the radio, I go right by it. I have really no more desire to listen to it.
David Bowie tried he tried to prevent it from being released. He just wasn't happy with it.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
It was good for its time and it had a little run with me, but I'm just done with it.
And it was on that album that everybody hated, Hot Space, the dance album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On this day in 1980, Don Henley was arrested after a naked 16-year-old girl was found at his home in Los Angeles, suffering from a drug overdose.
Oh, boy.
Well,
He received a $2,000 fine with 2 years probation. Oh. Why isn't Don Henley canceled because of that?
You know why? Apparently,
a lot of money.
His ex-girlfriend at the time even said, she goes, I don't believe he had anything. She had those Hollywood parties. People end up at these parties. I had a girlfriend end up at Bob Gucciini Jr.'s house at a party one time. I'm like, how'd you get there?
Ooh.
How'd you get there? It can happen, you know?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I don't think he brought her on the Learjet or anything.
Not like Steven Tyler, who admitted to it.
Right.
And all of a sudden, that story went away, didn't it? That was getting a lot of traction. She was filing the lawsuit in California, and he was screwed. And all of a sudden, it just went away.
How about Jimmy Page? How
does $5 million sound?
I'm sure. Check, yeah.
Jimmy Page had a 14-year-old girlfriend, right?
Yep, kept her prisoner, actually.
Yeah.
Because all these British rock stars or these 70s rock stars, they've all money
talk.
talks.
How about Dylan? Someone made allegations against Dylan. This is about 3 or 4 years ago. Going back to the early 60s when he was in Greenwich Village, it was the mother of some girl. I mean, he was hanging out with the mom, but she said he had an improper relationship with the girl. I think she was corroborating it, but then it just disappeared.
Sure.
Yeah. Well, Steven Tyler made that story disappear because it was getting a lot of traction. And all of a sudden, it's gone.
Yeah.
I'm sure. I hope she got 10 out of him.
Maybe she got royalty points.
Maybe. I hope she took him to the fucking bank, that scumbag. And a lot of people as you got old, you start hearing that shit and you're like, you know what?
Yeah.
Fuck that guy.
Bill Wyman.
Bill Wyman, well, that was a strange story. He married the girl.
Yes.
His son married her mother.
Her mother.
And then was fucking
God.
You can't make that shit up.
That's tawdry.
Let me see. This day in 1976, the Stranglers, supported by Chelsea, appeared at the Nashville, London, England. The Nashville in London, England. This was Billy Idol's last gig with Chelsea, who then joined Fame in the punk band Generation X before becoming a solo artist. Best thing he ever did. On this day in 1975, Elton John gets a star in the Rock Hall of Fame. On the Hollywood Walk of Fame. On this day in 1974, Wilson Pickett was arrested in New York City for possession of a dangerous weapon after he pulled a gun during an argument.
Oh, shit. It was in the midnight hour.
Yeah. On this day in 1971, Elton John kicked off a 13-day UK tour with the Coventry Theatre, promoting his new album, Madman Across the Water. Let me see.
Great
record. The album cover of Madman Across the Water was embroidered over 2 weeks by Janice Lakem, wife of the album art director David Lakem. She used the back of an old Levi's jacket.
Yes.
And the original was gifted to John.
Yep.
What's that? What did I just read? I didn't get it. What the fuck's the jacket? What is it?
The back of the jacket was used for the album cover, and then it was later gifted.
Yeah. Let's see. On this day in 1970, the Partridge Family started a 3-week run at number one. I'm starting to fucking.
What song? What song was that? I Think I Love You.
I Think I Love You. Yes,
I like that song.
Yeah. On this day in 1970, Jimi Hendrix, 2 months after his death, Jimi Hendrix was number one in the UK singles charts with Voodoo Child's Slight Return.
Voodoo
Closing
Chili.
track on Electric Ladyland.
Yeah.
On this day in 1960, Maurice Williams and the Zodiacs went to number one in the U.S. singles charts with Stay, the shortest ever U.S. number one single at 1 minute and 37 seconds. On this day in 1960, the Beatles played I Don't Care. On this day in 1955, RCA Records purchased Elvis Presley's recording contract from Sam Phillips at Sun Records for an unprecedented sum of $35,000.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah. On this day in 1954, American singer and actress Rosemary Clooney, who's getting ready to, she appears every Christmas when the movie White Christmas comes out. So it's a good Christmas movie. It's not really, it's kind of a Christmas movie, but it's not. It gets really Christmassy at the end.
Yeah.
You know? Let me see. She was number one in the singles charts with This Old House. Born on this day in 1988. No, 85. Nope. 1970, Francis McDonald, the drummer. Nope. Alex James on 68, bassist with Blur. 67. Nope. The keyboardist for the Sugar Cubes. Born on this day in 1965, Bjork. Our girl Bjork, Mark. Yeah. Did you watch that video that I sent you with PJ Harvey and Bjork?
Yes.
Doing Get No Satisfaction. What a fucking great version that was.
Yeah.
Starts off real slow. It gets a little. I love.
I just find Bjork just titillating.
Yeah.
You know, she is amazing.
Let me see.
By the way, a break in here. We would like to thank Dr. Vera for buying you this great laptop that you prepped your show better for the end. You know, I mean, but you are doing it smoother with the laptop. I gotta tell you. Yes, I am. It's a lot. It is a lot easier for me. Yes, I remember one show you were like this.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Born on this day in 1950, Livingston Taylor, brother of James Taylor.
Yep.
Born on this day in 1950. David Williams, best known for his work as a prolific session rhythm guitarist, working with artists including Earth, Wind & Fire, the Jacksons, Boz Scaggs, Michael Jackson, Madonna, Brian Ferry, Herbie Hancock, Temptations. Yeah. Born on this day. Known for playing with Sammy Hagar.
Who's that? Who is that?
Gary Peel.
Phil. He was with Boston too. He joined them. Yeah, he's good.
All right. Yeah, and in the band Boston, he joined them in '86. Yeah. Born on this day in 1948, Lonnie Jordan from the American funk band War. And finally, I always do the last one on the list. Born on this day in 1941, Andrew Love, saxophone player, based in Memphis, best known for being a member of the Memphis Horns. With trumpet players Wayne Jackson, the two credited signature horn sound at Stax on hit records by Otis Redding, Sam and Dave, and others such as Neil Diamond, Elvis Presley, Dusty Springfield. Yeah. Love died in 2012 at the age of 70. And gentlemen, that is it. We got it to 2 hours, 22 minutes. I thought we were going to hit the 2 hour mark, but we get sidetracked every once in a while, and well, that adds up. So, gentlemen, once again, as I always say, thank you for your time. Thank you for your knowledge, but most of all, thank you for your friendship. I always appreciate your time. I truly appreciate what you brought to this podcast. I can't say that enough, especially on Thanksgiving. Yeah. Hopefully we're doing this next Thanksgiving and the Thanksgiving after that, and the Thanksgiving after that. Hopefully by then I win the lottery and I'm paying you guys.
Yes. I can retire.
I would love to help. Lou, I honestly, from the bottom of my right hand to God, I would love to help you retire, Lou.
I
would
got another
love to help you
15 years.
retire. And you could focus all your time on this podcast.
I would.
And we would still be a fucking subculture podcast.
Absolutely, sure we would.
With this cult following, as I
And you'd
say.
still have an absinthe backdrop.
Absolutely. Nothing
I'll
would
upgrade.
change. Nothing would change.
Yeah.
Now, next thing you know, Lou's got a fucking exotic, like, palm trees and
Yeah.
beach scene behind him.
Like
Yeah,
King Tut.
he's in a condo in Boca. He's like down the street from me. But as I say, guys, I do thank you. Patty, Ozzy says, great show. Thanks, Scott, Lou, and Mark. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving. You
I
too,
gotta
Patty.
do the
You too, Patty.
selfie for Thanksgiving here. Yay!
Hey.
All right. Happy
Yes.
Thanksgiving, Patty.
Patty, happy Thanksgiving. We love you, and she always watches the live streams, even that crazy ass king of Facebook shit. But yeah, and that's it, gentlemen.
All right.
You got anything to say for Thanksgiving to the audience? Any your family? Anybody?
I want to wish everybody a great Thanksgiving. It's my favorite holiday of the year because it really is the ultimate holiday, right? It's getting together, being together with family and friends. Unlike Christmas, where you're supposed to one-up each other with presents. Nah.
Best meal of the year.
Yeah,
That's it.
Yeah.
Lou,
Have the turkey parmesan. It's
Oh,
to die for.
just don't have corned beef palm. Don't do that.
I want to try.
Don't listen to the Italian guy at Thanksgiving. They think they know everything. On Thanksgiving and St. Patrick's Day, they're wrong.
I've been telling Tom that for 20 years.
Oh, Tom,
Right.
Tom has been lighting up my Facebook post. Tom Spallone.
Yes, he has.
Dude, that shit, I think one of the funniest things he ever said that I've seen him write so far. And like, I haven't talked to him in a while, so I forgot his humor, right? How he has that kind of
So
very
why
witty, very quick, very, sharp. He said, I posted, I have yet to make, taste a homemade cranberry sauce that's better than Ocean Spray.
That's right.
And he says, it was so fucking perfect. He goes, it's like applesauce. Why make it when you can buy it? When they make it for you, he says. Why make it when they make it for you?
Yeah.
That was so fucking perfect.
Yeah.
So fucking perfect. It's
But here-
cranberry sauce is like applesauce.
But here's Tom, who makes fun of me for buying spaghetti sauce because he says, you can make it. He always picks on me for buying it.
No,
right.
cranberry sauce, jellied or lumpy?
Oh, no, it's got to have whole cranberries. I'm a
cranberry.
whole
Yeah,
cranberries guy.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll eat them both. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
But I prefer with cranberries.
It's
Yeah.
mostly the same ingredients. It's just the
It is. It's just they keep the-
smooth over.
Yeah. So anyways, everybody, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. If you like the
Happy
show, share
Thanksgiving,
it.
everybody.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you didn't like it, thanks for watching and listening for 2 hours and 27 minutes.
For the first time on the show, I'm toasting everybody with wine.
There you go, buddy. There you go. And again, thanks everybody for watching. If it wasn't for you, are the engine that drives this machine. If it wasn't for you, it'd be me talking to these fucking guys. And well, that's not bad either. That's not bad either.
You can do worse.
With or without you, audience, thank you. And doing this show for you, to quote my favorite artist, Morrissey, the pleasure, the privilege is mine. We will be back next week. Maybe Lou will, maybe Lou won't. Lou has scheduling issues. He's a busy musician. He's a busy drummer. He's sought after. And well, it's starting to interfere. And hey Perry, are you available? Hey Perry,
Really,
are
Perry?
you available?
Okay, you be my understudy. My AI understudy. Next Thursday, what's the date? Is it December?
Oh, I don't know. That's fucking, you're asking me
hold
what
on.
next week is. I don't know what the date is tomorrow.
I'll tell you right now if you just hold on a second.
Okay.
The calendar is so
A week from this.
it's the 30th.
All right. Well, we'll work this out.
I'll be there because
Yeah.
the following Thursday I can't, but we can do
Well,
another night.
And next Thursday night, a week from this Thursday, we'll be
30th.
back. And everybody, again, have a great Thanksgiving. And we'll
And
see you next
I
week.
still won't be gay.